Hi everybody. Welcome to week 7. We made it to week 7. I'm so happy.
Was it week 7 or 7?
Both week or episode, whatever you like. So welcome back, everybody. If you're new, welcome. This is Sahlen's Legacy on Perception Studio. Perception Studio, what we do here is we play a lot of tabletop RPGs on Tuesday nights. It's this show, which is All the Humans. On Wednesday, we have our show with the Felted Friends, Perception Check. That's kind of our bread and butter, as it were. On Sunday nights, we have Cinephilia, which is our movie talk show with Art and William O. Tyler, artist. And blogger and just awesome person. Art's also cool, but you know him, so I don't have to include anything like that. That's fine. Following that, on Sunday nights, we also have Quarter to One, which is a game show where people can tip for horrific punishments like disgusting drinks and artillery and all such other things. Artillery. Yeah, so that's us, but we also play video games. We have studio days where we play board games with the game's creators, and we like to really share the process and the fun of what all of this can be for different people, so we try to have different shows, have different flavors and all that stuff as well. And we like all of you to be a part of everything that we do, so thanks for coming back if you're here before. Thanks for joining us if you're new. I'm very tired, but also very caffeinated, so tonight's going to be really interesting.
Real nice.
And I just gave him alcohol, so.
Yeah, I haven't really.
That was a little bit.
And gummy bears.
Gummy bears.
He does.
I don't know. Sorry, so singing this Phantom of the Opera.
Christine, gummies. Where in the world have you been hiding?
So we'll do a recap, but the nice thing is now all of our new characters have met. We're all in one little happy bubble together. So we're beyond general introduction. So everyone just go down the line and say who you are and who you're playing and all that good stuff. We'll start with Andrew tonight.
Great.
How's that gummy bear?
I'll leave that gummy or I'll get back to that later. Hi, I'm Andrew and I play Bubo. A Quailair elf with not powers, but an affinity for winged creatures, winged beasts, and I have a half eagle, half owl best friend named Doomril, who is still small enough to ride around on my shoulder pauldron.
He's grown.
He's growing.
And you guys will switch places. The rider shall become the ridee.
It's gonna be great.
It's a great switch.
I really wish he would grow faster so I can ride him around. Like air attacks, that'd be fun.
We'll find steroids.
Yep. He's doing more on my head.
Yeah.
Sorry, ears.
Great. Yeah.
Tag me in. Boom! Hey, my name's Justin, and I play the creative named Nitsage. I am a Quailair as well. I am a wizard, and I love information and knowledge, and whatever source that is, I want it. I also have a
Beast?
Yep, I also have a beast.
A beast or a winged creature?
Winged creature. Pseudo dragon named Hailstorm. He is a half horse, half dragon. Winged specimen. So, yes.
That's cool.
Hello, I am Haley, and I play no longer Ophelia, actually, the tiefling named Aura Stone. We met last week, so yeah.
And I'm Art, and I'm playing...
Tegan.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I had to look at my hand.
It works.
It's a human concept.
I play Tenok Coatl. I am a Minotaur from the Red Isle. And I'm
Both are correct.
I'm a sellsword. And when the title screen played, whatever, I had a giant handful of gummy bears, and now they're gone. I ate those way too fast.
You did.
Yay, good to know.
And I'm Danny. I'm your DM for this evening and for hopefully this entire run of awesome.
Yeah, it'd be weird if we switched out halfway through.
Thanks, you're cute.
So let's. I'll do a little bit of recap, and then we can start. Jarrett Valmir, the alchemist, has been revealed to our heroes as the anonymous healer in Raufel, replacing lost limbs with liquid metal and a foreign sort of magic. He continues his work in secret, assisted by his many homunculi, protecting his identity violently, if need be, to keep himself and his work out of the eyes of the cultists. Our heroes are recovered and packed up for their trek to Copperforge in the south of Hortiel's Crop on behalf of Governor Urit Sile. They were given a scroll containing Sile's terms for the loan from Copperforge. It bears the seal, so for imagination's sake, that is sealed. So if you choose to open it, you break said seal.
Oh.
So right now it's just tied up because last minute.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're given a scroll containing terms. It bears a seal of the governor's seat of Raufel, which is 2 hands clasping the top of an anchor. Recent companion of Tanakh, Bubo, and Nitsage, Starheart, went ahead to the kingdom of Copperforge to discover her true roots. Pirate Captain Aura Stone got what she came for, the full payment for the delivery of the red crate she was initially hired to deliver to her buyer, who turned out to be none other than Jarrett Valmir himself. Her crew from the Eel's Jelly, scattered or dead, she sees potential paydays in her new company, at least until she finds a new ship. Arden Barlow leaves the governor's new house, a small reinforced house near the docks, to see them off and ask if they need anything. He does that. So you're all gathered around now. You see, actually, there's a small crowd surrounding you, including Parn Hill, who is the armorer that you mentioned. You bought some things from. He mentioned that his son and his wife were missing. They were supposed to be returning south from Copperforge.
I should probably look for them. What I'm suggesting we do on the way.
What are your passive perceptions?
13.
12.
12.
13.
13. So the two of you, Nitsage and Aura, you see, as you kind of scan the crowd, you note in the gaps in people's clothing, there are far more people who have had limbs and broken parts of themselves replaced than you would have initially thought. There's the child, actually, that you all saw in that basement, now running and playing with children, but running a little too fast than is natural.
Dash, get back here.
But other than that, you see a farmer who's very old. Both of his arms were lost as they were crushed under a house. But now he's carrying tons of fish and all these things in either arm. Like, it looks impossible, these gifts that have been given to these people. But what you also see is on the top of the White Sail building, looking down at you, is a homunculus, just wide-eyed, staring silently, just overseeing everything that is going on. Arden Barlow comes up to you again. I've arranged for horses for the lot of you. To knock all we could find is a Shire horse. It will slow your journey. You are very large, obviously. There's no steed fast enough to really take you. I mean, you could run yourself, but I didn't want to assume.
I'll ride it for a little bit. We'll see how it goes.
Right.
Is that yours?
What's that?
Point up at the homunculi.
No. Mine is back at
Whose is that?
the house. I don't know.
Okay.
Parn Hill walks up to you all.
Right, it's been a little bit of time. I'm happy to see you all off, but I have a gift for you.
Oh, it's very kind of you.
I love gifts.
Thank you.
Now, this is a gesture of good faith since you said you'd find my boy,
Yes.
Gaff. Now, there are items in here for each of you. You'll probably understand which is which. But if you bring him back safely to me, I can imbue them with special abilities. They're more special than they are now. I mean, I don't slough off on my work, you know.
He hands you a small chest, which is silver in color, but the metal is much more solid than that. He also gives you a single key to go with it, which just has a pretty gem inlaid. Nothing of major value, just pretty. It's 1 foot by 6 inches with a rounded top. Fairly small, and it's very light when he hands it to you.
As you said, a chest, you said?
Yes. A chest and its key. And
Are we supposed to open it now or later?
It's rude to open it in front of the people who give it to
Are
you.
you sure? Maybe he wants to see the expressions on our faces as we enjoy his gifts.
There is kind of a large crowd watching, though. Perhaps we should open it in private.
We can just ask him now. Do you want us to open it now or later?
Well, I don't mind.
Oh,
They're yours now.
Oh, there we are. I mean,
Enjoy.
they could help us for the
Thank
trip.
you. We'll open it later.
Thank you.
Fine.
The lady's right.
Many people are also approaching you with various just rations and fruits. They've seen all the work you all have laid down in repairing and protecting the city. Some people still eye you very warily. Actually, are you full tiefling at this moment, or do you have your hat back on?
I probably have the hat back on since there's such a large crowd.
Okay.
So I'd probably just look like a female, probably an older Ophelia.
Okay.
Less dirty looking.
So because you're in their party, then they warmly give you some just like seeing off gifts, so jerky, dried fruit, that kind of thing. Just things to help you, things that these poorer people might have, even though they don't have much.
For the viewers, they're asking how Aura's name is spelled. Yes, it is.
O-R-A.
Yay.
Stone. Yeah. Thank you, Ryan.
And while we stop, Hardliner wants to know what your jacket is.
Oh, my jacket? This is a Star Wars half marathon.
Because Danny does the running and
2016.
stuff.
I sure didn't.
Star Wars Half Marathon jacket and you
didn't earn it?
Oh, he earned it.
I earned. Yeah,
He earned it.
knows.
I'll be there with you. You
Is
earned
that
it.
the
Working
die roll,
it?
the first one?
What?
The first one?
I think it's 2018. No,
No, I don't think so.
16. Yeah, I think it was.
Was 16 the first?
I think so. That's the one I almost.
We enjoy his gifts.
The one?
Yeah. No, that was
Kenny here?
I was gonna tell a story. It's
I also am repping Trek today, so I'm doubling the nerd.
While we're stopped, talk about the things that are to my side.
Good call. All right, everybody. So for $10, you can add a reroll to the pool of rerolls for our players. That's anytime they roll something poorly, it allows them to pull from that pool and reroll, giving them a better chance of success. For every $15, you can give me a reroll, which allows me to help them fail. So if they roll very well, I can pull from my own pool and make them reroll those. For $25, you can drop a character. If you're in the Discord, I posted a little lengthy kind of please, if you can, try to keep it in world as much as you can, because the more left field you go, the more I'm going to bend it to make it fit nowadays. Just because after last week it got a little wacky. 99% my fault, but I'd like to get reins on this.
It was fun.
But either way, we'll appreciate it. We'll make it work, whatever you got. Not a big deal. It's just a humble request. And at $300, if we meet that goal, there will be an ambush for our players. And what that means, I know, but they don't, so it'll be fun.
Can I add to this?
Sure.
I'm gonna say best bang for your buck is 3 rerolls for the players because you only get 2 rerolls for the same cost for the DM.
Mine are better.
Are they?
Mine cause trouble.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you can give us 3 rerolls for the price of 2 DM rerolls. It's just a better
what a
value.
deal.
It's 3 for the price of 2. You can't beat that.
That's funny.
That's pretty good. So
Vanna White.
Arden Barlow, assistant to the governor, is still standing with you guys. He waits for Parn to step back. Is there anything else you all might need?
We picked up some potions from. Oh dear. What was his name? We picked up potions from. Oh no. The pawn shop man who didn't like you.
Our good old friend Pawn
One
Shoppy.
bit. I didn't get
Pawn
his.
Shoppy
Mr.
McGee.
Pink, yes.
Oh, Pawn Shoppy McGee.
Is there any potions, healing potions, that you can spare for us?
Well, not on my person, but he kind of looks back to where a bunch of the old people who used to have stalls here in the market area. He just turns around and says, "Our travelers need potions. If anyone has any, please bring them forward." Animan does so.
I hold up my hands here like I'm gonna catch it in case there's somebody tosses it.
I want somebody to have like a t-shirt cannon from a sports game.
A quite cool elf with a kitten otter type companion.
Yes!
I want
He
it.
walks up to you and he sees you like ready to catch it, and he delicately drops it in your palm. It's a greater healing potion. That is all I have to give.
Times 2.
Best of luck to all of you.
That's very kind of you, sir. Yeah.
Thanks. Just shakes your hand.
That's perfect. As I expected, from one elf to another.
Did you get a horse?
Some kind of horse, yeah.
You all received horses. You all got. Actually, I don't even know what kind of horses you have.
Yay!
Go.
Am I in the tiny one?
No, you're on the giant one because it's the only one that can take you. So you're on a 7'2" Shire horse, which is black with a white muzzle.
How many hands is that, Danny?
Thanks,
That's a
Vic.
lot.
Plenty.
At least 18. That's a big one.
Or you get a chestnut palfrey horse with a silver mane.
Yeah.
Nitsuj, you have a red palfrey with a black mane. And you already have your own horse, so you can describe it however you like.
Oh, gee, thanks. Horses look like pretty things that I ride.
A red one.
Palfrey, it's more like the job of the horse. It's not exactly a breed, but back in the day, those are just kind of your Swiss Army knife horse.
Great.
Oh boy, is there anything like wouldn't exist, or does it matter? Does it not matter?
Doesn't matter.
I'll go with a.
idea.
I'll go
You can
with.
have a dappled gray. You can
I
have a
will
thoroughbred.
Tauntaun.
No, I will go with my favorite horse from Red Dead Redemption,
Yes.
which is the white Arabian
Arabian.
that you find in the north. So I'll
Yes.
Should have gone with the
white.
Lipizziner.
No, white Arabian, baby. Do we all? I'm assuming we all have like standard camping equipment and things, and like tents and that sort of thing. We don't need to ask for that.
Tents you
Right.
might not have. You should
Like
have
stuff to
packs
camp
that
out
have
and see.
grenades inside them.
Minor ones.
But yeah, I mean,
I
you
mean
have
that's
enough
stuff
to
that we have
survive.
normally.
Alameda.
But I didn't know if we got anything extra from the townsfolk giving us anything. For
No.
that, so, okay.
But if you wanted to ask, now would be the time.
Yes, I actually need maybe a blanket and a nice pillow.
Oh, of course, of course. He just disappears up the street, goes back into the governor's place, and comes back with a couple extra blankets. They're very excited that you're willing to go out in these troubled times.
I
because-
mumbled to myself. What are we, children?
Okay.
Giant horse.
Well, I just don't like being cold, and I have another confession. I'm not that good at riding horses.
Great.
Well, we all have our strengths, I guess.
I say, you'll learn, and I smack the back of his horse so it takes off, galloping around. It's just like trying to hold on.
So if you're all leaving, information.
Oh, should we go now, DM? Okay.
You can do whatever you want. So just things that you would probably know in passing, having either lived here, visited here, what have you. The road to Copper Forge is generally and commonly called the Copper Vein by most traders and travelers because bits of copper and oxidized green, glittering reddish glints kind of peek through the beaten path. So the veins from the mountains continued all the way down this road. So as horses and everything kick up the dirt, little speckles of copper and stuff happen. So it glimmers in the sun. It's really pretty. Most of it's useless because most of it has been oxidized, but every now and then you'll see some glimmer. The others call it also the last road because if you're traveling south on the continent of Sol, it is the last major road because it leads to the last coastal city, which is Raufel. But as you're traveling north, it does split and go. It goes west. There's a sort of shortcut. It's quicker to go through the forest, which is the thorn brush. It cuts to Copper Forge, but the forest is known to be dangerous. If you get far enough. You can also go to the east, which goes to the Herald Plains, which you all remember that is where Starheart grew up. It was raised by Greyflower, the Minotaur. Towards the Tears, which is a set of thin rivers and all that stuff, but that's far out of your way. But that's also the same road that you came west on.
Yes.
So that is the road that goes to Hortiel's Crop and the Kingdom of Auril, which you recently trained at. But a straight shot, Copper Forge is 250 miles away, and it's just under a 2-week ride because Tanope will be slowing you down because he's on a bigger, slower horse. They don't gallop, so it'll take a lot of extra time.
Well, I don't mind going slow, so...
And you said the caravan supposed location was about a week out.
Yes.
Okay.
Switch your mic to be inside your jacket instead of outside.
Sure.
Yeah, do the stuff and things and stuff.
As we're
Pin his
riding,
home seat auto guy.
I know.
as we're riding, I'll give Nitsuj some tips. Don't hold the reins like that. You need to tell them not like that. With your left like this and your right like this, and you need to show the horse that you are the boss. Otherwise, he'll know.
I'm the boss, and you must do what I say.
Animal handling check.
This is definitely a -1 for this. 10.
The horse bucks up. You barely hang on.
Oh.
You're now swinging off the side of the horse. Y'all are still trotting just out onto the main road.
Can I try and get control of his horse from my
Help!
horse?
Help! Help!
It's like Robin Hood.
I hope I'm wearing my brown
Puts underneath
pants.
the horse and just bouncing up and down.
Oh, only a 10.
I'll be wearing
10
my
for animal handling, yeah.
Your attempt to grab the reins, he thought you might have gotten his sleeve or something, so you let go.
Oh, okay.
Swing down and you start getting dragged a little bit. The horse isn't galloping, it just kind of stops and it's trying to like shake you off. Your foot's still attached.
Maybe I can just ride with
I like
someone.
to reach over to lift him back up onto his horse. Yeah, back, there you go.
You guys get back up.
Yeah,
The
thrilling role play here, guys. Horse riding 101 to Alex.
I gallop by and like just like.
Gotta be kidding me.
Like 10 minutes later, you pass out.
I finally caught up to them because they were slow.
the poor horse.
Riding another big fat guy, this would be really difficult.
Oh man.
So you continue out. It's about midday at this point. Not necessarily the best time to start riding, but it's the time it took you all to get all your equipment together, all of your things for you to start traveling. If you would like, you can open the box now or whenever.
I suggest we open the box now that we're just outside the city limits.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Great. Let's open the box. Who's got the box?
You have the box.
I have the box.
All right.
What's in the box?
So you use the key, you open the box, and what you see inside looks like little toys of various.
Woo!
Welcome, Raiders! If you could please do us the favor, and someone will drop a link in there for you to click. Twitch has recently changed the way that they do raids, so if you're using the refer URL, we don't get those views. It's a whole jam thing, whatever, it's dumb. But if you can, it would help us out a lot. But either way, thanks
But
for
welcome.
Thanks for
There's the
playing.
link. Thanks for coming.
Come on over.
So you see, as you kind of jingle it around, there's lots of extra space inside. I mean, not extra. There's as much space as you would expect inside in a small chest. There's a shield, about yay big. There is some folded leather that you can see. There are a couple of darts that are about this big. And there is a cartoonishly small bow inside.
What was the leather?
It's folded leather. You're assuming some kind of clothing. It's hard to tell. Probably some sort of armor. It is midnight blue stained leather with deep purple opaque enameled studs.
Oh, wow. And it's one for each of us, right?
Yeah. There's a small bit of paper in there that that Parn had noted down who was for who in case you all couldn't figure it out. The shield is for Tanok. The leather armor, as it is now noted, is for Aura. For Nitsuj, there are 2 darts.
Oh, lovely.
And for Bubo, the bow. The long bow.
It's not a very long bow.
As you pull it out of the box,
very
as
tiny.
it begins to leave the chest, it enhances in size. It grows to full size. It's gradual. It's like as you pull it away, it's very smooth. So if you try to put it back in, it would shrink back down to fit. Pull it back out, comes back out. It scales itself perfectly.
Yeah. 10 minutes of this.
He catches up to us again. You get back up.
is this?
Do the daggers have any kind of properties to them?
They do.
Yeah, let's hear
so-
some more stuff about this.
We'll go
You mean
down
the
the list
darts?
of
Oh, the darts. Excuse me. I did
Yes.
say dagger.
So the darts, this is mechanics talk out of story. There's 2 of them. They're 1d6 piercing, whereas normally they are 1d4.
Excellent.
So they're a little tougher than normal. There's 2. The shield is adorned with metal horns sprouting from the crest, and the impression of a minotaur face is hammered into it. At the very bottom of the shield, where the minotaur's nostril is, there's like an iron ring where it would be like a normal piercing. It's very kind of It's polygon, basically low polygon version of that, and it's +1 shield. So that's 2 to your AC. For aura, the leather armor it gives you AC 11 plus your dex, which I believe knocks you up to 15. I think it gives you an extra one.
Okay. I think you're right.
And it's a perfect fit. You have a feeling that Parn is just, because of his line of work, is able to just size people up like nothing and just yep, and got you guys' numbers when you guys are in the place. And your longbow is a +1 longbow. Parn also said if you do retrieve Gath Hill safely, that he will enhance these items further for you.
Oh, that's very kind of him. Very kind.
Well, we don't know what to get him now. I guess his son is a pretty good gift.
I would agree with you on that, yes.
I Captain America my shield on top of my poster tube. I have a poster tube
A poster tube?
full of my weapons.
This javelin
nice.
and stuff. Yeah, this is gonna go.
Yeah, I'll take the long bow, wrap it around myself so it's on my back. Hanging out. I don't know what to do with my other longbow, but now I have 2 longbows.
This one is better.
I'll stash mine on my horse for now until I can figure out a way to get rid of it.
Yep.
And we ride forward. Since we probably stopped to open this chest, I
Yeah.
probably weren't doing it riding.
Now, which way do we want to head into Copperfield? I vote the forest. I like the shortcut.
I want to go the David route.
What does that mean?
David Copperfield.
Oh.
Forge, but it's fine. Terrible jokes.
Oh dear.
There's multiple pathways.
You're in timeout.
No!
Long
The
ride.
fork between the roads is about that weak point out. So you would probably bump into Gath before you would reach the
The deciding point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
But yeah, you have time to chat about it, of course.
I would second the forest. I feel like we might be a little safer.
I thought they said the forest was be wary of the forest.
Okay, then you're right. We might not be safer.
Well, I don't.
Before we get to that point, though, the caravan that I saw is about a week out, and that's before the fork in the road to Copper Forge.
Alright.
So I think we should head that direction and keep an eye out for this caravan and see if we can find Gaff there.
Yes, that sounds good.
Great. And then we can discuss which way we're going, left or right or up or down.
Great.
Great.
So let's ride towards the caravan.
So you continue north up the road, and this is generally the busiest road in the kingdom, and it is barren. There's nothing but you, the dirt of the road, and the grass on either side of you at this point, which is fairly unsettling. Generally, this place is bustling. There are even people who set up shop on the road on the way in.
Yay!
9 months.
Wow!
Wow.
9 months.
It's a sub baby.
It's a sub baby.
Other than that, this particular portion of the journey is uneventful, and it does take quite a long time. It takes about a day. It's sunset, and if you'd like to make camp, you may do so.
It's probably good that we make camp here.
I believe we should do that. Camp sounds like a great idea.
Well, should we at least get a little ways off the road in case
Yes.
bandits come by?
Yeah, so we maybe
I
find
agree,
a place.
but if you've noticed, there's been nobody traveling on this road for some time.
That's true. Is that normal for this
No,
road?
it's not normal for these parts. When I've traveled up and down, back and forth this way, it's been quite crowded, considering.
I feel like we should be more weary of that.
I think it's strange, of course.
let's
I don't think we have
let's
to go that far off.
yeah, let's find a place far off, but that we can still keep an eye on the road.
Sounds like a great idea.
What's around us, like terrain-wise?
There, off the main road to the east, you start to get a little more hilly. So a mile or so out, there is a nice little dip where you could be, like if someone was on the road, they would look right over you.
Oh, okay.
Or you would look like maybe a bunch of flowers or something like that.
Okay.
So that would be probably the best place for you to
Okay.
camp. No running water nearby, unfortunately. You guys are off your canteens at this point.
Okay.
So if you're setting up camp, who's anyone taking watch?
Is anyone good with? Oh, I guess we already said.
I think I have, knowing that we were going on a,
Thanks for the follow.
Yeah!
On obelisk.
Obelisk.
knowing that we were going on an adventure, what did I just do? I think I might have had prepared. Oh. No, never mind. poop. I gotta start reading these before I start mouthing off. Let's continue.
Yeah. I take first watch.
Great. Nothing happens.
I'll take second watch.
Oh, never mind.
He wakes from his sleep.
Wait, oh,
No, I
I didn't
roll
have
up.
that magical power. No. All right.
Are you third watch or not?
Well, I am now. I just woke myself up.
You woke everybody else up too.
Sorry, I got so excited that I did have something prepared, and well, maybe we can use it some. You know what? I'll stay up and be quiet now.
That would be great. I roll back over and go back to bed.
I'm going to bed now.
Alrighty. Pardon me. So you're up.
I'm up. Yeah.
Lucky. Nothing happens. Last watch.
I'm doing the watching stuff now. Go back to bed, kid.
I'm fine.
Yay.
You would.
Ruh-roh.
You hear about a mile off a twig crack, and because you've been paying attention and your senses are keen as they are,
Is it the sound that Han Solo made when he broke the twig in front of a scout trooper?
it is exactly that sound.
I know what that sound is.
It's a golden trooper. No, you see 3 small wolves. No, none of them are full grown. They're young, but they are hunting on their own. You're assuming that their mother is missing.
The mother is missing.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
great.
normally
I
they'd
see.
be in the pack, mother would be at the front.
Right. Yep.
So you just see their eyes reflecting the firelight back at you, or the embers of the small fire made. They haven't approached the camp yet, but they're circling. They're interested. They're sniffing. Probably smell a lot of the food that the people gave you, that sort of thing. How would you like to proceed?
Excellent. How far out are they?
About a mile.
Oh, okay. That's far.
Barely see them.
Just trotting. Just back and forth. But as they continue to trot back and forth, they are getting closer.
Oh, they are getting closer.
Yeah, they're
I'm doing that
they're
zigzaggy
wary.
thing
Yeah.
where it's like, it's over there.
Shameless Jeff says, did that dude just drink from a fucking medieval stein? Yes.
Prick, it's the size of his head.
So casually, too.
This is my head.
And that's it's up to my head, and it's my head's not as big, so
It works that well.
that's great. I would like to take my torch and light it in the fire and raise it up. And just kind of wave it, create some sort of movement.
Sure.
Just so they can see that, something alive is here and hopefully bigger than them. Sure. And I'd like to observe their reaction.
All right. Actually, make an intimidation check.
I want to bring up something real quick. Super Dude Man asked earlier. He had questions and about how he asked about first watch and second watch. If anyone has any questions about how to play the game, feel free to ask in the chat. We'll try to reply. People in the chat will reply. Everybody here, or anybody who plays on our channel, is at way different levels of playing. So we're all here to learn, and we like teaching people and letting people know how to play. So feel free.
What's the question?
What second watch and first watch and stuff that was?
yeah.
Somebody answered.
Okay, cool.
Mitchie did. Thank you, Mitchie.
13.
Thanks for the follow, Jake.
Baba
Dick.
Of the 3
Jake-
wolves,
Jake-
the one that was in
Jake
lead
the Bake the Cake.
position
There you go.
takes a couple of claws back, and they trot off. They leave you alone.
Luckily.
Great. It's morning time. Y'all are safe as can be. It's wonderful. Yeah. So you continue up the road,
It's just
and you smell.
What the Rock is cooking?
I liked it.
I thought you would.
approved.
You smell. It's the smell of cooking meat, and nothing you have packed is fresh meat. Everything is a little bit.
Salty.
Yeah.
The smell
So-
of something that smells smelly.
Yeah. So I would assume it smells good to y'all. And it's you follow the smell because you're following the road, and it happens to be in the same general path. Just east off the road, you see a small farmhouse, maybe a couple rooms in it that you can tell from the outside, with a couple gardens. There's a little orchard happening. There's a pumpkin patch. There's a scarecrow in the back. The door appears to be open, but there are various smells and things wafting from around there, so you're assuming that somebody is home. It's not far from you now. You can get there in the next 10-15 minutes.
Yes. I suppose we should check out this establishment that's on the way. Perhaps they know of this caravan and have an exact spotting of it.
That's probably a good idea.
Very well. I do suggest that maybe
Somebody, not you, go up to the door?
yeah, Aura and I maybe should hang back a little bit.
Yes.
That's fine.
I mean, I can look normal.
Well, I mean, if you want
I
to
think so.
change at present looks.
When approaching this from the main road, this little building, little house, are we like completely exposed, or is it kind of more like through the woods that are off to the side, or like how's the approach to it?
The woods are still a while out.
Okay.
This guy's just built a little farm on some plains area that was just outside the road. Like, he was probably one of those roadside merchants, you would assume, because there used to be several on this road. But you're guessing whatever's been hitting these roads. The stories have been of orcs mostly. Most people have packed up and gone, because most of these buildings were not built to last. Like, they're built to be slapped together, slapped on a wagon, and rolled out. This guy seems to have kind of put his feet down and gotten himself some roots.
So this thing is definitely like some kind of shop or something. It's not just somebody's house.
It's a farmhouse. So,
But is it clear that it's like somewhere that it's inviting to people, like a store or an inn or something like that?
no, you can't tell
it's
that.
just the structure.
But you're assuming that if this person lives alone, they have more than enough food. So you're assuming that they would be.
Another raid!
Yay!
Thank you, Kirk and Corey.
Storytellers, Kirk and Corey, check them out if you get the chance. They're wonderful. They also have some great like talk show stuff, and they play Pugmire with their kids. It's the most adorable campaign I've ever seen. So it's great.
What's Pugmire?
Pugmire it's the one. So it's like post-apocalyptic, and the only species that survive are little humanoid like cats and dogs and stuff. And it's like needy, but it's so cute. That's cool. And I think currency is plastic or stuff like that.
Wow. And Raiders, please click the link in the chat so that way your awesome views can count and help us out a little. That'd be great.
Oh, look a lager bee. Look a lager bee.
I'm doing my part, guys.
You're doing so good.
I'm doing the things and the stuff.
That's so good, lager bee.
I'm earning my keep. Anyway, I would like to slowly approach with Nitsuj, the farmhouse. Can we see anybody out working the fields or outside of the house, or no?
The only thing in the field that you can see is the scarecrow. But you can hear rustling coming from inside of the farmhouse as you've gotten much closer. It just sounds like somebody's moving stuff around, shuffling and stuff.
Good morning.
Hello.
Just
Hi!
some travelers on our way, and we noticed that your farmhouse is, well, still here on the side of the road.
You see like a little weathered head kind of poke up from a window. Come on in!
Excellent.
Oh, he looks fun.
Let's approach. Do we ride on up to the?
You can just hitch them up. There's a railing along the wall out there. Just go on, do it.
Okay, no, we will. Please help me off the horse. Thank you.
I get off the horse and look the other way.
Thank you. I have no shame.
Clearly, or you'd be full of it.
I need help. A lot of shame. I guess we'll just go on in. Yeah.
Good morning, sir. My name is Bubo.
Good morning. People around here call me Orithil.
Orithil.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Orithil.
Arthur, hello. My name's Nitsuj.
Nitsuj, you're the son of Louis Wynn, aren't you? So both of you, yeah.
Sort of.
The quiet folk.
Oh yes, of course. Yes.
Yeah, you know.
And I'm Child of Havine over there.
Hello.
Howdy.
It's a little further back.
He looks directly at you and he's like, a daughter of Cloak. Which, since you still have your hat on, he should not know. But he's just happy as could be to see. He just kind of like shoots a little wink at you like,
Are they okay to approach your farm?
oh, please do, come on in. Yeah, I got some pumpkins back there. Let me tell you what, are you all hungry?
Oh, sure.
Yes, of course. We can eat some.
This morning we haven't stopped for breakfast.
Hey, come on in. Oh.
Excellent.
So you go inside. the inside. Oh, first let's describe the man. So Orathil, it's hard to tell where the dirt ends and his skin begins. He's very tan, very leathery. He's got a super bushy beard that comes out like a fan brush. Like it's just it comes down like halfway across his chest. It's gray and it's speckled. His brows are super long and wispy, and his eyes are probably the only thing of any particular color that isn't dirt. And they're sparkling green. And he just looks happy as a clam to see people. But inside the place, he's also dressed in very weathered cloth clothing. No real leather that you can see, but he puts lots of newts, you know. So there's all kinds of eclectic and fanciful items in the house. There's a humanoid skull with a bonsai tree growing out of one of the eye sockets. Sweet. There's a plate with large, unrecognizable seeds on the top of them, just kind of stacked. There's a sapling in a pot that appears to be made of stone. There's a large cage with a small, rapidly breathing furry creature in it that you can't see particularly well at this point. There's gems and coins just kind of scattered throughout, just by the rug, on the floor, wherever. Vegetables and herbs are hanging on the doors. There's garlic nailed into place. There's all kinds of stuff. There's vials and various bottles and things, just all kinds of stuff. You can tell this guy has probably been trading for a very long time. There's a perfect replica of the southernmost mountain of Copperforge, which is where you're headed. So you can even see the gate, but it looks like the foliage on it, even though it is this big, it looks alive and real. And there is. Oh, there are also books on the walls that look much older than him. Sculptures and pottery that you can tell are made by Steamfang dwarves, which are way up north. So you can tell this man has been fairly well traveled. And there's a hand-painted Kwai fan just kind of nailed against a post. Now, would you like some seeds, maybe? Or, I got some dried fruit, plenty of squash.
Dried fruit sounds great.
Oh, all right.
Yes, vegetables I think would be wonderful.
Oh, of course. He steps out back. He just steps out back. He leaves you in the house, and you can hear him just kind of cutting vines and stuff, stacking things around.
If I can very subtly pick up something off the floor, maybe one of the gems or the coins, I'm going to try and do that.
Sure. You do that.
Okay. Do you want a check or no? No.
No. Stealing from the man.
It's on the floor.
We haven't even met him yet. Just barely.
Who leaves money on the floor?
You can still smell the cooking meat, but there's no stove in the house.
Does he come back in yet?
Is there anything else you would like to examine more closely in the?
Oh, I'd like to take a look at the model.
The model?
It's only a model.
Sure. Make an investigation check.
Okie doke.
Oh boy, 5.
I can't find the model. Where is it?
As far as you can tell, there's nothing. You're just well, that's a really good model of that.
I mean, am I able to look at it and kind of plot a course that we could take?
It doesn't include the road. It really is just the one mountain.
Got it.
So it's the southernmost mountain of that range. But yeah, it's beautifully done. It looks like he went in there. If he had crafted it, he just went in there with great detail.
This nerd spent lots of time on this mountain.
Or someone brought it to him.
Well, perhaps. What else is he going to do with his time, though? He's probably doing this in his spare time, making mountains and stuff.
I'd assume there are a lot of travelers on this road that maybe give him things.
There's no travelers on this road. You've been traveling it. There's no
not
travelers.
now. In the past, I'm sure he's been here the entire time.
Somebody's gifted him this.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I hope you're hungry. He comes in
sure am.
carrying a fat stack of squash and pumpkins, and in with him comes that smell of roasted meat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Where did you get the fan painted? The painted fan here?
Oh, that Kwai fan. Oh, well, I got that one from my sister a while back. She's something of a traveler. But she brought that back. It's pretty. You like it?
Look, it's beautiful. Yes.
Why, it's yours.
Excuse me.
All right, just have it.
Oh,
Tell me something, though. I don't get out much. What's going on out in the world?
Well, that's my question for you.
Unpins it from the wall and he just
Well,
folds it
there
up
was a
and hands it to
meteor.
you. Oh! yeah. That's something of an omen now, wasn't it?
Yeah. The
yes.
entire town was destroyed. A lot of it.
Well, which town was that? It hit something?
Yes, Ralphel it was completely devastated.
Oh, it's a great city, Ralph. I've been there myself. It's been a while, of course.
It looks very different now.
Yes.
And I've also noticed, as we traveled from Ralphel to here, that the roads are, well, empty. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah.
Not too many travelers coming up this way, are there?
Well, not the kind you'd like to meet. There's
No,
been-
I hear orcs have been traveling here and there, and I
that's
wouldn't like to meet some orcs.
That's
My
the
longbow would.
Sure.
But I
well,
wouldn't.
I don't condone violence. We're all just children of those makers right now. The orcs, they just need a guiding light of sorts. That's all. They're,
It's called my fire arrows.
fair enough.
It's the guiding light.
I'm not the
your
biggest
face.
fan of violence, you understand?
I copy that.
Now, how do you keep your farm safe then?
Oh, well, the best defense is to be the nicest man out here, I reckon.
And people
And
don't.
thank you for the food that you brought
Yes, of
for
course.
us.
Oh, of course.
I didn't smell a wonderful waft of, well, cooking meat as you walked in. Are you cooking something else out there that we could partake in?
Oh, hey, I don't eat meat.
No, but I smell it.
Right. Mm-hmm. Can I interest you in anything else? Now, there's something very special about this fan, young fella.
You don't eat meat.
Well, no.
Then why do I
What is
smell
that
cooked
smell?
meat?
Do you feel like something's off here?
Absolutely.
He's a little pouty. He's a little unhappy. Well, now I don't feel the entire necessity to have to explain myself to you. Now, you're of course welcome. You're welcome to stay as long as you like. You're welcome to eat your fill.
Well, we can't argue with that. A man has his privacies,
It's true.
of course.
This spread looks wonderful. But I was wondering, you'd mentioned pumpkins. We would love to try one of your pumpkins. Would that be possible?
Oh, they're my pride and joy. They're one of the first things I planted out here.
Oh, we would love to have one.
He gets to work. He starts. He builds a fire in the middle of the floor because there isn't a stove or anything. And just kind of, the man just works like he's outside, even though there's walls around him. Just gets a fire going, puts the pot on top, and he starts. With the fire under the pumpkin and like immersed in water, he's gonna like cook the edges. He's making some kind of weird soup, like something this man would have invented on his own.
I look at him and I'm gonna go check on my horse, and I step back outside.
You all right? You're a big fella, aren't you? I haven't seen a child of a man in about, well, feels like an age.
Okay. I walk outside and I walk completely out of view. And I pull out one of my little spheres,
Yeah.
and whatever it needs to do to activate. What do I do? How do I
It
activate?
was,
Oh, crush
crush
it.
in your hands.
So I take it and I go.
He's going invisible.
There were these 3 items that were from Cord, and they're basically they discovered that these were how he was turning invisible because he's not a magical person. He found these things, but when you kidnapped him, these fell out of his pocket. Basically,
Damn it!
And they last for an hour, right?
yeah.
So I break one.
You're invisible.
The audience thinks we should cut this guy's head off.
So I walk around the back of the structure to see if there's like a back door or something. I do a little walk around the back side and check the outside area, the perimeter.
You make it. Make a perception check.
3, 5, 4. Math.
Everything seems to be in order.
Great.
You don't find any. I mean, there is a back door, but it's a very obvious back door. There's basically one door in. It's a fairly long building, and the only difference in rooms is just kind of how much crap is piled up. But it's a fairly open space. Well,
Thanks,
take for the Weeble!
Angular task.
Reaver.
Oh, fun.
That's my wife.
Do you think she wants you to re-roll that
She wants
terrible
something.
perception roll?
I'll allow it.
I'm gonna re-roll my percent.
There you go.
Reroll.
And goodbye.
Thank you.
I still have one from last week.
Oh man, I hope I don't waste it.
A little better.
8.
It's an 8.
Yeah, it's an 8.
Funny.
You don't see anything, but the smell, the meat smell, is getting a little bit stronger. The sun is
Mrs.
silhouetting
Lovett
the
anywhere
farm
near
for
to
the
be
most
found?
part. What's that?
Is Mrs. Lovett anywhere near? Meat
The sun is silhouetting. So from where I am, the sun is behind. So basically behind it, everything is in darkness.
Oh, no, sorry, other way around. So the sun is shining on the crop and the back of the house. So
Back
where
up.
you are,
Okay.
the sun's in front.
Can I open that back door?
Sure.
And-
Oh, I never. No, he doesn't.
He's everywhere.
I open it like carefully, just to like peek, so in case he's there and I, like look in.
It creaks, but he doesn't pay any mind. He's really excited to be cooking you all a meal.
Can I look
Okay, so-
over and notice it? And go,
I walk in, close the door behind me, and I start quietly walking around.
Sure. You just see all kinds of more random stuff from just
where-
everywhere.
is he back in the room with us? Or is
Yeah, he's in the center of the
He's in
room
the
with you
house
guys cooking.
Yeah,
in the
no,
living
but
room.
Tanok.
No,
No,
I've
he's
gone
come
out
around
and
back.
back to the back.
Yeah, so you
I've
went.
left the room.
So there's another
more-
like back
more
room that he's in.
There's a back door. It's all the same building.
Yeah.
But the back door. So if
Got
you're looking
it.
at the building,
Okay, I was
front
just
door is
confused there
here.
for a minute.
Back door is a little bit further down. So you're in the further part, and this seems
How long would you think the building is?
almost 40 feet. It's not that
Okay,
big.
okay.
And it this is his bed. There's a bed in the back, and it almost looks like a flower bed, like a raised flower bed. There's so much just dirt and grime on it and stuff. There's things growing in the cracks along the frames and stuff like that, and it doesn't look particularly soft.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a couple changes of clothes. There's some tools. Like small spades and stuff like that. But again, just more items from just kind of all over the world.
And I can see everybody sort of in the front of the room. Okay, I head back outside.
Sure.
While he's doing his shindig, and our friend's cooking, can I like perceive all of the things around me to see if they might not necessarily belong to him, but they look like stuff that he's collected, like from people that he may have killed or something like that?
Oh,
Is there a way to perceive that difference?
investigation?
I believe in myself too. 7.
7?
Yeah.
You can't tell.
Yeah, okay, great.
Yeah. You just, he's got a catch on
Mr. Lovett. Is it Lovett? Is it? Wait, what's
Name's Orthil, taste this for me, please. He holds out the spoon with some like the pumpkin-y liquid on it.
Oh, okay.
He pours it in. He's kind of like the cartoony, like, oh.
Can you go? Can you do that like the blow thing with food in your mouth?
Yeah.
How's it? Oh, good. Well, I ain't done yet. He like pulls out some pine nuts and just starts throwing all kinds of stuff. He's pulling stuff from the walls that he's put up, and he knows where everything is, so he doesn't have to look up. He's just busy.
It's a little bitter right now. It's something.
Bitter, you say? I'll fix that right up.
I'm.
He takes another one of the little squashes and just kind of like crushes it, drops
Can
it.
you do it on his forehead like a Coke can?
Orville, you have such a very interesting collection of things.
Oh, thank you. You know, people are very kind to me.
Oh, they give you these things.
Oh, of course.
All these gifts. That mountain over there, that's a gift.
The mountain.
Yeah, I saw the mountain in the back. That's a gift. Somebody gave that to you? You didn't build it yourself?
Well, most of the things here are gifts. That mountain, I made that myself.
I told you he made it himself.
What mountain?
Well, this one right here, just kind of.
Remember the model?
He picks
the
it up.
model.
Yeah, he made it. I told you.
Well, look, this is the best part about it.
Go on.
Jiggles some of the trees, and little teeny tiny birds just like they fly out.
Like real birds?
Oh yeah, that took some doing. He puts it back and gets back to cooking.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Orville.
Yeah.
Are those real birds that flew out of them tiny trees?
Well, sure.
Miniature birds. Living,
Everything's got to be a size, don't it?
How'd you make them so small?
What type of magic did you use? Yeah, how did you make them?
Magic?
Oh, the old kind.
The old kind of magic.
Oh, sure. Hey, you asked a lot of questions. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to know a few more things about, current times, if you don't mind.
Well, of course, I guess we can exchange information. I don't think that's too
For
bad.
a price of food, you're giving it. It's great.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Go on.
You're so stupid.
You're welcome.
What would you like to know?
Anything, really.
Well, I mean, the big thing was the media. Other than that, not too much happening.
I think there's some fellow doing some healing around town.
Well, that's good. That's mighty nice.
Fixing up some of the broke folk that,
Any other kind of trouble out and about?
Oh, just some black cloak folks.
Yeah, I thought there might be.
Oh, you know them.
Yeah. Now, as much as I like to say that everybody is, they have a chance. Mm-hmm. He very quietly just looks kind of through the wall to the back side of the house. Yeah, they're not very nice.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
We can attest to that. I had a couple run-ins with them ourselves.
Yeah, they tried to take something that was mine.
Oh, did they?
Now, I give freely to those who ask, but what they were looking for, they just did not deserve. You understand? They meant to do harm. You don't mean to do harm now, do you?
Nope.
No.
We're attempting to stop that harm.
Yes,
They
of
took
course.
stuff from us as well. Green, shiny gems.
You don't say!
Yes.
He goes and reaches into his dirty shirt and he pulls out a perfect sphere of Starheart. And it's slightly pulsating. The light, instead of being perfectly center, is slightly off. It is pointing west.
Is this Jack Sparrow's
I'm just
compass?
gonna boom, boom. But it holds it up. It's all wrapped in little silk threads and stuff, so it's essentially a marble. It's about this big. And he just holds it up. Yeah! Came into my house, tried to get this while I was asleep.
Yeah.
Didn't turn out very well for him. No, sir. No,
They
sir.
like the. Oh, is that the meat smell by chance?
Yeah. He opens the window. It's like whoosh, and the scarecrow is a cultist just sizzling.
I just stand up.
No, I thought that you didn't want violence.
I startle him. and then I realize that I'm invisible.
What the hell was that? He actually he picks up some flour that he has sitting and just throws it in your general direction. Ah, there you are! Son of a band, there you are. Hey, eyes are you a little bit sneaky, aren't you?
It's a waste of an invisible thing.
Sure was.
Ah,
Proud of
nothing's
yourself?
a waste. I just learned you're clever. I like clever.
Just wanna. Seemed a little weird, sir. Just wanna make sure we were safe.
Am I weird?
No, you're not.
You're different.
Just
You're different.
I mean, just telling us that you don't eat meat and we
smell.
smelled meat cooking,
Yeah,
so that was a little.
It's like being an only
But you're
child,
fine
of
now.
course.
Can't wait to taste the pumpkin stuff.
Smelling meat
Looking
on
forward
a
to that.
vegetable farm.
Yes, of
Very,
course.
raising
Anyway,
vegetables.
we're on a long mission. Long story short, or long, take it as it were. We're getting some extra funds to help Ralph get back on its feet.
Oh, that's
yeah.
good. Going to see you now. Well, let's see. Queen Sleep runs Queen now these days, I think.
Yeah. So that's why I noticed your mountain, because we're kind of heading that way. So
Sure.
Yeah.
He reaches into his pocket and just kind of like blindly throws a bunch of just little bits of food and stuff over his shoulder into the small cage that had the heavily breathing small animal. And you just see like a whole bunch of little arms, little furry arms, just go wrap them in. And you just hear little like. So like.
What in the hell is this place?
I don't know what kind of beast that is. We just deal with the winged folk. So
Do you happen to have any more of that kind of feed for our pets?
Oh, they wouldn't like that. I'll tell you what, they're welcome to eat the feller out back if you like.
Doomro.
Tell us, how did you
I look up.
take
I
care
look
of
up
this
at
man?
Doomro.
Oh, that would be telling now, wouldn't it?
Would be very helpful for us. We've been trying to.
Yeah, in case we encounter more of them.
Well, I can guarantee you it ain't nothing you can do.
No,
But it's best to beware against these sorts.
Yep.
Now, followers of Clote are different than, the creations of them. I harbor no ill will toward you or your ilk. It's all about the choices you make.
But
what choices are you making right now?
You're in disguise. How is he?
He has old magic. I assume he can see through the hat.
Can you see through her disguise?
Oh, yeah, lovely horns, by the way. You shouldn't hide those.
I
People
take off
come
the
around.
hat.
Ah, there you are.
What's old magic? What do you mean by old magic? How do you see that?
It's definitely not.
Don't
young
you say
magic.
new magic?
I was gonna say young magic, but it's fine.
Well, I don't really like talking about myself. I tend to keep a low profile, but I'll give you some information. How about that? Now, that meteor wasn't just a meteor. I don't know if anyone told you anything about that.
Yeah, I heard it was a donation of sorts.
I knew it. I knew it wasn't. Okay, keep going, please. There it is.
Got it.
No.
Go on. I want to hear. I'm excited.
We have speculation. And the people that I work with had speculation that it wasn't natural.
Well, it all depends on what you consider natural.
Go on.
Looks like
Can you
the...
just get to the point? You seem to be talking a lot of weird answers. Just
Tanok, let the man speak,
let's be
please.
polite in
He's
his
gonna teach us
house.
how to get rid of the black cloak fellas.
Orafil, you said that the meteor was an omen. Do you know what that was an omen for?
That's the right question, yes. Now, Sahlen, the giver, the life, whatever you want to call him, the creator. He made his 6 children first. Now, those children, they made all kinds of other things, lots of mistakes, including Cloak being probably the worst of the bunch. But, I try not to judge, not even the gods, because they're a little bit, better than the rest of us, of course. But those meteors, as you like to call them, those are his other children. Those are the Sahlites.
Other children?
Those are the ones he sends when doom is coming to the land. And this thing, he lifts it up, is only glowing because that means one of them is breathing on this world.
So the meteor is like a spaceship.
No, the meteor
sent
is a-
down.
is a
Or
being.
a
They're
creature of
beings,
some kind.
creatures. Yeah.
Well, now they're generally depicted as a female humanoid form.
Right.
I've never had the pleasure of meeting one, of course. But yes, they do travel in such things, and the encasement
Yeah.
is made of this. One landed in Copperforge about 17 years ago. And that one got dug up by these cultists. They found her. They slaughtered her. Because she speaks the word of Sahlen directly. And they didn't want anyone to hear it. So either they've got her or they're looking for her. I'm assuming they have not found her yet. Because this is still glowing. The second this goes dark, she's dead. We gotta wait for the next one.
Well, the next one was a couple weeks ago.
The meteor that fell.
The meteor.
Right.
So.
So there's
so is
Maybe
there
two?
another?
Yeah. Well, like I said, that Copperforge one was about...
Years ago, yes.
And
Yeah.
they're trying to destroy all these pieces so that they will die.
So, well, whatever they're planning, they don't want anyone to hear the word of Sahlen.
And this meteor,
Yes.
is it not a meteorite, actually?
Well, I said that's what you was calling it. I'm just using your words, son. I don't know any of this.
Meteorite.
All right, meteorite. It's a solid as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I like that word too.
Yeah, I mean, they're essentially a demigod, but they're not particularly physically strong because it was believed that the people, the children of Sahlen and all his children, would be protecting them, not going around murdering them.
Where did the meteor that just happened land?
Really, friend called it a meteorite, and I think he's going to get real angry if we call it anything else.
You did such a good job of not just playing along. Huh? You did such a good job of just not letting me get away with it.
He knows you
He
well.
broke you.
Stalactite, stalagmite.
Where did that one land? Out of that one that just came down. Where did it land?
That one, you saw landed
Yeah.
in the ocean.
Oh, right. It was in the ocean. Oh, that's right. It caused the wave. Okay.
Yeah, caused the wave, destroyed the city, all that
So
stuff.
there'd be another creature there, and the one that may or may not be a Copperforge, right? So that's two.
No, he was telling you the Copperforge one was caught and slaughtered.
Oh, that one was.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the one
So
in the
17 years ago,
ocean
that one was killed.
is the one that's causing the green things to alive.
So,
Got it. On the same page.
Orafil, you said that these Salax
are...
Sahlites. Now, like Saul, like the land, and then ITE because, I don't know, suffixes or something. Languages.
Sahlites.
Those words.
You said they were they brought doom, or they were the omens for doom.
Well, yeah, they're the last line of defense against doom. If Sahlen feels that what is currently happening is not good enough, he sends one of his daughters down to warn the rest of us.
Oh, I see. I see.
If the cultists get her first, or extinguish her first, we don't know what's coming, and they're just going to take it.
What do you know? What kind of characteristics these humanoid children have?
Well, I know they look like adults. They're female. Other than that,
humans or
humanoid enough. I've only ever heard stories and seen sculptures. I don't know nothing about what they actually look like. I've never seen one. Most people have.
You haven't heard of a particular race, just humanoid.
Well, yeah. I'm telling you what I know.
Yeah. Do they have any kind of magical properties?
Well, several, I would imagine. They're the spawn of a god.
Of course. I mean, you said they weren't very strong, so...
Well, not physically, no.
Of course, okay.
No. But as far as what abilities they may or may not have, I don't know. No one's really talked to one for about 1,000 years.
Well, do you have tips to dispatch these black-cloaked followers?
Be me.
Okay.
But other than that, be very careful. They're more powerful than you...
Since we aren't you.
Yeah, no.
What say you join us in our quest?
Oh, no, young one. My place is right here. I need to be by the side of this road. Welcome any and all who come.
You got anything you can help us with? Any, helpful?
Got any tips?
You got a fly in here or something?
Maybe some magical items, some...
Oh, sure, I just gave him something. Something fancy.
Oh, what is
did you give
the
him?
painting? What kind
fan?
of...
What can
The painted fan.
Well, it's quite leer.
You would think. Yeah, well, that's a quiet leer fan. Now, that's from about 500 years back. It came into my possession a little while ago, and you swing that thing hard enough, and you create a gust of wind strong enough to blow people away.
Oh.
It's very nice.
Dibs.
Well, clearly he's already given it to you.
I'm just,
Ortho, I have a question
loud.
for you. Now, this greenstone you have,
Oh, yeah.
you don't leave your house much, do you?
Oh, never, no. Well, I try not to. I could, of course, but...
So
who's
why
got
do
the
you
time?
keep it if you're not going to seek out the starlight yourself?
I like old magic. But we have intentions to find one.
Well, I suppose if it would mean protecting...
Now we do. That sounds, it sounds like it would help.
If they have warnings for everyone, I assume it would be good to keep this female alive and not let her fall into the hands of the Black Cloaks.
Anything against the Black Cloaks?
Word of warning. This is a target on your chest should you wear it around your neck. If they see it, they'll come for you, and they'll come for you in force. Just be careful. Try not to die.
Now, again, just to make this clear, this is from the Copper Forge meteorite 17 years ago.
Yeah,
Now,
still works.
This will only direct us to the satellite of that meteor?
No, sir, that one is certainly dead. This one is, well, they only react to whatever's currently in the world.
Oh.
So this will lead you to the one you're looking for.
Maybe we should give it to someone more...
Pretty big.
Yes, you are. Yeah, strong too. he kind of winks at you and he pulls and you just fucking fall. Not strong enough though. Nah, just kidding. Here you go, take it. He drops it on your back.
He's like Thor's hammer, and he's like, oh, geez, fine.
So who's shooting onto this?
No, you would be the one. If you can protect it better than most of us. All of us.
I still want to know
I'll
what
hand it
tips
off,
you might
but I
have
have
for
issues.
defeating this enemy.
Do you have...
I still want to know what kind of tips you might have for defeating these enemies, because we're going to run into them now that we got the green glowy thing.
I wear it like a choker.
Yeah.
It's like your neck is like.
And now my friend has been painted a target.
Are you making fun of me?
Nope. Just terrible with voices.
You know, some of us are equipped in the arcane arts. Maybe you could teach us a thing or two, or any kind of.
Or any books that we might be able to read to
yes,
gain
of
information.
Books I might have. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I changed my mind. I put it in my pouch because I'm gonna look ridiculous, and they're gonna see it right away.
Good call. I was so happy for a minute.
Just a beacon womp.
Yeah, I have a little tiny pouch that like it was empty right now, and I just put it there, and it's like tight.
It's warm to the touch, but it's not hot.
Okay.
But yeah, it's perfectly comfortable there.
Don't you guys have a couple more of those?
What
One pouch.
Oh, the stone. Didn't you find one of those before?
I have 2 more. No, those are different stones. The crushed ones.
Oh, there they are. No, not the invisible ones. Like episodes ago.
Oh,
Didn't you
I don't
guys
have
find more
any.
of those stones?
You have.
Cord
Cord took them, right?
Yeah, Cord took the other pieces. You do have a glowing green gem, but it is not a star heart.
That's what I meant. Okay.
Who has that?
You do.
Oh,
Write it in your inventory, or you're gonna forget
Starheart
about
has her
it.
own necklace, so she's probably endangering Copperforge.
Maybe we should get there.
Crap.
Books.
Books, yes. Well, yep, I got some books. What sort of books are you looking for?
Enchantment, spells, anything.
Sure.
Unless you're able to do anything to my weapon specifically that could assist in our quest. I mean, I have some short swords and I have a longbow with got some arrows. If you're able to do anything to those, I think it would be greatly appreciated.
Let me think on that. He's finishing up his cooking and he pours out a bowl for each of you of this squash stew soup, whatever the heck, and just kind of tosses them at you gently, but yeah. Gives you
Oh, this is mighty fine.
Oh, thank you.
It's pretty good, actually.
I have a specialty. I've been working on it for a long time.
It's getting better as I eat it.
Thanks.
It's that good.
I just want to watch you enjoy it.
I'm enjoying it a lot.
Oh, good. You're a hungry boy.
Yep. Now I'm finished.
the improv skills are just magnificent.
I'm trying to earn his favor by saying his food is good. He's just not very good at it. Lulu's not good at social
Tell you
interaction.
what.
He's been a ranger for far too long.
I will let you make a choice. Do you prefer hot or cold?
I mean, it depends. I mean, if we're in a warm climate, it would be cold, I guess, would be nice. Hot. Wait, what?
He says hot.
For me.
What?
Am I answering for me or the whole group?
Oh, you're answering for everybody.
Oh, goodness. Well,
Okay, well,
let's
democracy here, yes. Hot or cold?
Cold.
I have a vote for hot.
Hot.
Well, if I say cold, we're going to be a standstill, so I must say hot then, of course. Majority rules.
I don't think she likes you anymore.
Well, I can't.
I guess our answer is hot.
Hot it is. Well, each of you lay one item at my feet here, and I'll take care of you. He dumps out the cauldron, and he fills it up with water. But as he's pouring the water in, it becomes a different sort of reddish color, more opaque liquid.
I put my great axe in front of them.
You like to make things challenging, don't you?
Yep.
All right. Well, nice. Next.
What things do you all have?
I have a rapier and I have a dagger. I'll give him the dagger.
Alrighty. Takes it.
I don't really use weapons.
Oh, right, you're a magic dude.
You don't use weapons, you say?
I don't. Like I said, I'm more of an arcane magical user.
Good. Wait, I'll get to you.
I'm gonna dip your
I
hands
set
in
down
wax
my
like
brand
a
new
bear.
plus
Make a
one
candle.
longbow. Would that offend Parn if I?
You don't know. Part's not here.
You're right. Longbow.
Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is new.
Yes,
This
brand
is
new.
beautiful.
Haven't had a chance to use it yet. It does a little shrinky
Hey,
thing when I
it's
put
3.5 days old.
Well, all right.
The damnedest thing. So he takes your great axe and he kind of kind of similar to how the thing's shrunk to fit the box. As he lowers this into the pot of the red liquid and he pulls it back out, it scales itself to fit when it pulls itself back out. And he's like, there you go. And this little dagger, this one's yours. And it goes, boom, and just plops in, stirs it a little bit with the spoon, pulls it back out on the ladle and gives it to you. Hey, it's yours. Here, sir. Watch this. He like folds it, dumps it in, unfolds it, hands it back to you.
I have this pin.
I try folding
pin?
it.
Yeah, a pin. I used to write my spell books with.
Oh, well, that's nice and everything, but you like to cast your spells, don't you?
Well, of course.
Well, I'm going to make a choice. Flesh or nib, sir? Flesh or nib?
Flesh or nib?
Nib of your pen, of your pen. Chocolate plate.
Of course, yes.
Yep, I thought he said nib.
Yeah.
I heard the same.
The future's doomed.
What's it? Is it flesh?
Yes, sir.
Flesh or pen?
Oh, flesh.
Pen is mightier than the sword.
I agree, but flesh. I'm living wildly.
Okie dokie. He grabs you by the elbows and jams your hands into the boiling liquid. You don't feel any heat. He just holds you there for a minute, just smiling. Hey, having fun yet?
Yes, so much fun.
This is totally like at the fair when you make a candle with your hand back in the 90s. You just dip your hand in the wax. This is totally what's happening right now.
Your hands come out clean. Well, all you need to say to make your items work is my name. I'm a little bit vain like that. Just say Orithil and you'll see what happens. I wouldn't say it inside, though. I value this building.
Do you mind spelling your name, sir?
Orethil.
Oh, that's close.
Orithil.
I wasn't even close.
Origin.
What does my axe? What is it? What would happen? Will happen.
Well, that's no fun if I just tell you, but that's the best I can do to equip you for your journey, but I'll always be here.
All right. Thank you for your kindness, sir. And your hospitality is most welcome.
Oh, my absolute pleasure. Now, anytime you have any news, feel free to send it to me. Just tell the birds that it's going to Orifel, and they'll find their way to me.
Speaking of beasts and things, what is that back there in the cage? I've not seen anything like that before.
Hey, this was a gift from an old choir friend of mine. You know, he was slain in battle, so I've been taking care of this thing for about 30 years or so. He leans in, he lifts the top of the cage, and he grabs this animal. And it is, for lack of a better description, a furry octopus.
That is disgusting.
Adorable.
Amazing.
Now, this here is Flibbit.
Flibbit.
I named him Flibbit after not after my dead friend, but after his last pet. The other one didn't make it.
Well, then anywhere.
All good. Keep going.
Well, yeah. So, matter of fact, y'all want him, you can have him. I trust you.
Oh, wait.
He's cleverer than he looks. I guarantee it.
Don't know. Do we need another pet?
I don't have a pet. I take him and I go and I put him on my back.
It wraps around you like a scarf and just kind of like it nuzzles you. It kind of coos, but it's also kind of like it has a little octopus beak, so it's kind of like nibbling at you, but you can tell it's affectionate. It's like, so it has like a little siphon, but it's breathing air.
I look over at all three of them and I go, "You hesitate, you lose."
Oh, I've already got a pet. Thank
Yes,
you.
what are you gonna name it?
His name's Flibbit.
Yes.
But well, I guess you can't change the name.
You're quite later. You know
It's
this.
30 years he's had that
I
name.
know.
I have one question. You have this interesting tree. It looks to be made of stone.
Oh yeah.
What's the story behind that?
Well, it grew like that.
All right.
A stone tree, you say?
Oh, sure. You know, lots of practice goes into growing things. It's all out of trial and error.
Oh,
You know
I
what?
see.
Tell you what. He scoops off those seeds that you first saw when you came in. He gives one to each of you.
A what?
A seed?
Big seed.
You never know when something like that can come in handy, you know.
Oh, I see.
For a stone tree.
Oh,
We
no.
don't know what it's for.
Well, that'd be boring as all get out.
Okay, you're not gonna tell us. Hey,
No, let an old man have his fun.
Man, do I have to say your name before I plant this seed?
How long?
No, you really don't even have to do it for the other thing. I just think it's funny.
Oh, I'm gonna do it for the other thing. You just watch. Well, you won't be with us.
How long does it take to grow?
Well, not very long.
Okay.
It could be anything. It could be a boat.
You're all full of mystery, aren't you?
Yeah.
Can we reuse it after using it?
Oh, no.
You once it's planted.
Well,
it's
good
planted.
luck putting it back in the earth once you do that.
Okay. Take him for his word. It'll be a surprise
Thank
for some
you.
orcs down the road.
Yeah, you're gonna want to watch out for them. You know, I heard
nasty
they're-
fellas.
Yeah, last fella who came through here. Well, not that fella, of course. He's here.
Meanwhile, Jumarel's like looking at him.
I had a fella that run his way up away from some of them Orcish folks, and he was saying he spoke Orcish. You see, he's something of a record keeper. He said that Chieftain Kurluk, their current leadership, for the first time in history, they're looking to settle. Now, they've been nothing but traveling war bands for as long as they've been alive, and this is the first time in Orcish history that they're looking to lay roots. But they're trying to pick a destination. They've been trying the roads, they've been trying the towns, and pretty soon, I'm fairly certain they're going to hit the cities. I've never seen them or heard of them so organized before. So be real careful when you're out there.
Do you know anything about a caravan that they attacked somewhere up this direction?
I'm assuming it didn't go very well.
It did not. I was there for part of it. Huh?
Oh,
What did you say? Last thing you said? What's the last thing you said?
I said it didn't go very well because nobody made it back to me to tell me about it.
Nobody made it back to you.
No, sir?
No, we're looking for a young lad. He looks kind of like this. And I hold up a piece of paper, and it's just a stick figure drawn. This is the best I can do, representation.
Well, interesting.
His
You
name's
know,
Gaff.
Gaff what?
I don't know what's
Hill.
Gaff Hill.
Gaff Hill.
Well, feller, he looks into your bag, but like your bag is closed. He just looks into it. You should try that again in his notebook.
Like, drawing the picture?
Oh,
Or asking the question.
no.
Is Tom Riddle's diary? Write it down. In your notebook.
My notebook. What am I writing in my notebook?
Write down, have you seen Gaff Hill?
I'm looking for Gaff.
Guff.
Have you seen my friend?
I write that down.
Immediately underneath what you write, you see an illustration beginning to form underneath the words Gaff Hill.
Well, that's way better than my stick figure.
And you see a young man. It's almost like stamp etching style, similar to like the Alice in Wonderland, like woodblock kind of
sweet.
kind of stuff. And yeah, it's a young man. You can tell that he is related to Parn Hill. He is currently pinned under a broken wheel of the wagon. He appears to be alive. His eyes are open and looking to. It's not quite the sky because the wagon is also upturned over him, but he's looking up. And there are some items spilled around him. His arms appear to be free, but his legs, from the perspective that the illustration has hit, look like they are fairly severely crushed.
Well then.
I'm looking for any distinguishing landmarks, like a tree that's been burned and people would know where that is, or like a hill that's in a certain shape, or mountains and thorns. Anything that's identifiable.
He's looking straight up. Okay.
The illustration stops at the edges of where his body is.
Okay.
Because all that was written.
Thank you for the follow, Iggy Boo.
Thank you.
Woo, thank you. I would probably know right where that location is, though, right? Because I was there for the battle, or was it such an intense moment that I can't recall exactly where it is?
There were several wagons, and they were still rolling when you left. So you know that there's somewhere between where you left them and where you are now. Either way, it would be north up the road. So it would be continuing along your way.
If that's his current state, he needs help.
We
need to go now.
Suggest we go find him.
What time is it now? Still morning?
Oh, maybe afternoon.
Afternoon. Yeah.
Been here all day.
Okay, just shooting the poop.
Nighttime.
Wonderful. Thank you for your help.
Oh, my absolute pleasure. Now again, don't let nobody go judging you for how you was born.
Well, thank you.
Why?
Okay.
He's just happy.
I like this guy.
I have a feeling he knew I would take it anyway, but I'm going to take the coins that I took and put them back on the shelf or something.
I don't buy anything.
I'm gonna test out something real fast with my leather book. I'm gonna say I'm gonna write down where is Orthil. Where is Orthil?
Thanks for the follow.
It's almost like a cartoon because you're writing it, and as you write his name, you look down the illustration of his face and the beard and all that stuff, and then you look up, and he's just exactly
the same.
drawing. Yeah.
This is amazing. This is the leather book that I got from that magical orb.
Yes.
Oh, cool. That's super cool.
No more Quailier items. There's something that I've been in search for.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, it's. Well, I can't remember the name exactly, but it's a leather wrap for my arm as I,
A bracer?
What?
A bracer?
Yeah, bracer, sort of. For firing the longbow, it helps to improve the accuracy and stability of the longbow. It's a famous Quailier item along some of the sorts of the fan, So I didn't know if anybody may have dropped one off with you.
No, nothing like
seen
that
anything
here,
like
but I tell you what, the folks over at Copper Forge, they could whip up anything for you. And
No
They
kidding.
could split.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's get over to Copper Forge then.
We should
I need
get
more
on the
longbow
road.
stuff. Thanks for your help.
To save gas.
Yes, I have to. Oh, yes, we'll save Gaff first. And his tape, but it'll be fine.
Waka waka!
Hi, here for the jokes.
So we're heading out, I suppose.
Yeah, we should head out.
Yes.
All right.
Table talk real fast. Sorry, did you say what Orthil activated for my hands?
Nope. He said you
We
just have to
don't know,
find
you
out.
just
He said
have
not
to
to do it
find out.
inside.
Copy that. Okay.
Flame on.
By the way, we're number 2 on Dungeons and Dragons.
Yay! Thanks,
And we're only second to Hyper RPG.
Thanks,
So yay.
Hey, thanks, other friends.
Yeah. So if anybody else is gonna be, that might as well be Hyper.
Yep. Indeed. Sounds great. Let's continue up the road and look for this caravan, shall
Let's.
we? Aye, aye.
Before you leave, he pours a bunch more of that soup he had put aside before he dumped out the rest of it. And he just leaves it with you.
soup. Travel soup.
Travel soup.
Give my best to Queen Sleek Run. Last time I saw her, she was just the littlest thing.
We will.
Sounds good. Absolutely.
All right, then.
So,
He's just kind of sitting
did
out
he-
front. He's waving.
how did he know that's where we were going?
Well, I just stopped questioning him
It's
after a
just,
while.
I hop. I got my horse. I take off first because I know they're gonna catch up to me.
Head start.
Please help me.
Yes.
Rooster Ray!
Sixteen.
16 people.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Oh, thanks for the raid, 16 folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And raid friends, remember to click the link in the chat so that way your views can count and help us out.
I guess they're yelling roosters.
Like a rooster from Annie is what I went to with that.
Oh, easy street.
Also good.
I'll help you on your horse.
No, I already did.
Oh, you already did. Okay.
But
Yeah,
thank you so much, Laura.
Great.
Suge. Tossed him up. Yeah, let's continue down the road.
Yeah.
So you go up the road. The trees begin to pop up more as you go. A couple more nights pass because it is still quite a ways to the end, uneventfully. Nobody attacks you, but also nobody seems to be traveling still. As you get further north, you see more and more copper deposits in the road itself. Some of it looking a little more, I don't know,
Thank you.
congealed. I don't know, bigger pieces.
Nuggets.
Nuggets, yeah, little nuggets of copper. But beyond that, nothing particularly eventful. The next morning, you wake up, you head north a little bit more, and you're beginning to recognize this terrain. This is where you left from. And just on the horizon, you can see what looks like wooden outcropping.
This looks familiar.
All right.
These tracks in the road, that's definitely from the wheels of the caravan that traveled this direction. And it looks like they're not far up ahead.
Oh dear. Well, let's, yeah.
Is there a way to the caravan? Is it in the center of the road?
Parts of it are. This is again several wagons, so it almost looks like a small town was just knocked over by a boulder or something.
And the surrounding area is still kind of plains and trees, or is it?
Yeah,
is it like wide open? Is what I'm asking.
There are
It's like-
far more trees at this point. We're getting closer to the full forest.
I'm wondering if there's like better ways to approach than just head on, if it matters. I don't really know, but
Well, why don't we, Boobo, why don't you and I go take a look ahead, stealth ahead and take a look and make sure
sounds
everything's safe.
I'll stay
scout
here.
ahead.
All right.
Thank you for volunteering, Mr.
I'll be there in a few minutes.
Where are you guys?
Keep your voice down. All right, we'll leave the horses tied to a tree near Nitsage.
Off the side of the road.
Yes.
The horses are just tucked.
Sure.
In the
side.
trees.
Yeah, the heavier tree population is off to the west of the road, which again, not very far. Like walking distance, you can keep an eye on them, but they're far enough away from the road that it wouldn't be obvious.
Can we stealth check up to the carts? Gold snitch. Yeah. Math time.
15.
23.
Nice.
Great. Yeah, silent as a mouse. Y'all you get up there.
I would like, I guess, do perception check to see if there's any anything of danger, any orcs or anything left, or any traps or anything left behind.
Same.
Before you even roll, the obvious things that you see, there are dozens of bodies strewn about. They've been out in the sun and the elements for a while. You can tell they've been picked at by animals. You're assuming some of the wolves you might have seen before. They're bad. They're bloated. They're rotted. It's not a happy sight. The smell is pretty incredible. Can I make you?
It smells wonderful, and by that I mean not at all.
Only a 5.
Thanks for the follow.
Thanks for the follow.
14.
14. It doesn't. There doesn't seem to be any activity happening nearby that you can see.
With that perception, can I see Gaff and figure out where he is, or?
You don't see Gaff, but you do remember that Parn, his father, told you that they were bringing back copper piping from Copper Forge. And you can see that strewn about off of one of the wagons that is upturned just in front of you.
Great. I'd like to stealthily make my way over to that wagon.
Great.
I'll go with you.
You hear labored breathing.
And I would look over. This looks like the drawing. This looks like the cart.
Oh,
And there's Gaff. Excuse me, sir.
Just like hanging upside down from the cart. Like,
Hello.
hello.
Are you Gaff?
God. So you look underneath the wagon. This kid is pale and shaking and weak. You can tell that.
I say, you must be Gaff, is what I'll say.
I'm Goff.
Excellent. Where are you injured? Legs? Perfect.
I'm gonna whistle for Tanakh and Nitsage.
I come in running.
Jeez.
I'll be right there.
What is you humming on your way up?
I'm trying to get this whole
You finally
straight.
figured out it. It's like a drunk driver on a horse. Sideways.
It's, the area is so strewn with bodies that your horse cannot avoid stepping on some on its way over.
Tanakh, help us get this cart
Can you
off
lift
him.
this wagon?
Walk up to it.
Piece and I lift it.
And Boobo, will you help me? We'll drag him out from
Yes, of
underneath
course.
it.
Strength
Very
check,
carefully.
please.
I'm pretty strong. I don't think I need to. But if you, that's what you want. I rolled a 12.
Rerolls.
It's fine. You lift it. The part that is touching the ground is the part that is pinning his legs to the ground. So as you lift, you are adding more weight to his wound, and he shrieks in pain.
I put it down.
He shrieks in pain again.
I run up to the other side. I pick up the other side. The side that he's not on. I rolled a 5.
He passes out from the pain mid-shriek.
Oh dear.
I look at my buddy. At least he's not in pain anymore.
He's not dead.
No, he's unconscious. But
It's
he
even
is no
worse if he's
longer
in pain, I think.
He is no longer in pain.
I think.
We could perhaps dig him out.
Lord.
Dig him out, just lift up the other way.
Well, he's already tried that. He's pinned underneath it.
You now take a closer look.
Go on.
The wagon wheel, how it was flipped, how the wheel broke, and how it dug into his legs has cut down his right leg to the bone. And his left leg is still under the full weight. His right leg is currently useless at his side, but still, as you lifted, it pushed down on the open wound.
All right, someone's got to help out.
And
Oh dear, okay.
I'm not very strong. What if we
Well,
turn? So the wheels are, so it's like on its side because the wheels are on him? That's what's pinning him?
yeah, so
Okay.
it has been flipped upside down.
Yeah.
And the larger wheel, as that wall collapsed, hit the ground, broke, and dragged. So you're assuming something very strong and very heavy knocked this thing and kept pushing.
Jeez, okay. Do you have anything that can lift this off of him or
I
get
don't
him
have
out?
anything.
What about your hands?
I don't know what they can do. I would hate to say the name.
Don't point at him right away then.
Well, I mean, it could just be a one-use thing. We don't know. We don't know.
No, we don't know.
I don't.
In the meantime, I'm feeding Gaff some of the soup that Orathil
He's
gave us.
unconscious.
So-
Make a medicine check.
unconscious.
Oh,
You're
he's
gonna make him
unconscious. Never
drown.
mind. Never mind.
Guys are gonna kill this kid.
Why isn't he
Well,
eating?
here's the thing. We have
He's
potions.
been able to pull up a cart.
We have
Yeah, you
potions.
were. Yet you made it worse.
We have potions.
Yes.
What if the three of you get on the cart? I'll give him the potion and try and
Clap on, clap off.
let him swallow it and hopefully, and then he'll be better once the cart is pulled off of him.
Medical science.
I mean, in my head it looks amazing.
Get my bad rolls out of the way.
We could try hitching the cart to a horse, and perhaps the horse could pull it
I
upright,
think
and we
it's
could
like-
get him.
Oh,
I will simplify. It is very easy for you to lift and move this cart. It's just the way you were doing it.
Can I try again?
Yeah. At this point, he's unconscious. You can do whatever you want.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna assess the situation. And go. Oh, that's where I messed up.
Boo-boo, help him, please.
Yeah, can somebody assist me?
Leverage was your problem. As you were lifting, you were pushing down into him because you were unaware where his legs were. So if you were to, say, lift together, you might.
Well, let's
Oh yeah,
all
let's all
lift
lift
it.
together.
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 I'm gonna get down next to his mouth with potion ready.
Don't worry about it.
16.
Oh, that's good.
I
That's
can't
good. That's
visualize
good.
everything.
This is a strength check.
Yeah.
Just a straight strength, right?
Yes.
So it's
16.
Sweet.
Got that like mother strength right now. Hey! Thank you.
11.
11. Tools. 4 months in a row.
Thanks for the 4 months.
Nice.
so when they're lifting, I'm going to try and
Oh, right.
get potion in them.
Great.
Ooh.
So the cart comes up evenly. No additional pressure on the legs. The legs are fucked. They're they're messed up. Especially the right one. The left one looks like with proper mending and care it can be healed. The bone is broken but not shattered. The other one is like compound fracture on top of just meat missing. It is a problem.
He'll get 7 points of that kind of healing.
Sure.
Can I do Cure Wounds touch on him as well?
Yeah.
Great.
Helping out. Put the pieces back
Help
together.
doing stuff.
Well, I wish. Yeah, fine.
Really?
Stuff and doing stuff.
No, Not at all.
Abort.
Did we like move the
6
cart off
extra.
and set
Yeah,
it to the side?
we moved it off.
6 extra from my Cure Wounds touch.
Okay. He comes to, and his left leg looks a lot better. There's some color returning to his cheeks. He's breathing steadily again, and his eyes open. What are you people?
Your papa sent us.
Yeah, your father sent us to come look for you.
What did you save us right now?
Where's my mom?
What's your,
Where's my mom?
we don't know.
Was
What does
she
she
here
look
with
like?
you?
What's she wearing?
She was on the cart with me.
What is she wearing?
She's in a blue dress.
I walk out of the car and I open the card to see if she's in there.
She's not in the car.
I'm gonna start looking around for her.
Yeah, I start walking around.
Now I'm gonna feed him some of the travel soup that we were given. Here, have some of this
Ooh, I did not
nourishment.
see her.
What is her name? Gaff.
Good question. 2 seconds.
Spike.
I have it.
Electrical.
I think it was Lana.
Delray.
Spike. Cave.
Lana. Okay. So I'm gonna write in my little book. I think I might know that. Where is Lana Hill?
Ooh, smart. So clutch.
What'd you say?
She's on a hill.
Oh my god.
Is she Queen of the Hill?
A grotesque image appears on the page of your book.
A what image? Grotesque?
No. It is. The face has been trampled or crushed in some fashion.
Oh, it's like Faces of Death.
The dress is. Yeah,
Like
it's
D&D version.
It's bad.
I can't. I think your mother is.
Is she alright? Did you find her?
Somebody else tell her.
I mean, just looking at it, could I tell like if her dress has been ripped in a way that she's been like savaged? Okay.
No, she was just
Just
down.
okay.
Dead.
Super dead.
Dead.
Yikes.
It's not looking good, son.
I think your mother's dead.
Well, look here. See for yourself.
Is that her?
Is this her?
He faints again.
Oh, jeez.
I have a 9 wisdom.
Well, I just for sure. I mean,
Nitsuj, you could have at least shown him the stick figure that I drew.
I just felt like
I'm gonna find a
Ripping off
cloth
the
or
band-aid?
rag
I
or
don't
something
know.
and put some water on it and kind of pat the kid's forehead a little bit.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I just thought he would be able to recognize her better, and we didn't have to tell her.
Nobody can recognize her.
Well, I'm gonna erase the name. I'm gonna erase it off.
Oh yeah, does it disappear if he erases it out of the book?
Or
It stays. There are easily over 100 pages in this book.
Now it's there forever.
well,
Now you can stare at that before you go to bed.
I can't. I'm so sorry. I'm
Folds
so
it up,
sorry.
put it in the kid's
I'm
pocket.
sorry, Gaff.
Is he still passed out or do you
He's
come to?
waking up. Once you apply
I'm
the
so
towel, he kind
sorry.
of comes back.
We need to get you home to your father.
Right.
Yes, we did promise your father we'd get you home, and
Wait, so we're gonna go all the way back?
Well,
Or should we go forward?
I'd like to
What
look
else
for.
would you like to do?
I'd like to look for another survivor. Maybe if we can find someone who could take him in a cart back.
Is there anyone alive out here? With my flashlight. Is there anyone alive out here?
I just want someone to pop up and be like, "I'm not dead yet."
I'm not dead yet.
You will be
Dead
in a moment.
focusing.
Oh my goodness.
I'd like to look for survivors. A little more.
You take time, you don't find enough.
You're all dead.
Can I also look for like a cart
This
like, that's not
is what
broken?
orcs do.
There's a small cart that could easily be attached to like a mule or a horse or something like that. Whatever was on it is no longer, but it seems functional. It's a 2-wheeled cart. It's not that
What
great.
if we take him back to Orthil? Maybe Orthil can heal him a bit, and then. Are there any other horses nearby?
Well, we can just
No horses.
leave him at Orthil's, and then when we come back from Copper Forge,
Pick him up.
pick him up on the way down.
We could do that.
Now, Orthil's place is now days away now, right? We've had a
Oh,
couple
yeah,
days
it's
now.
been
Days away. And then
Days away.
Orthil's is how far from the city, Rothel?
It's what, 3 or 4 days. I think.
Yeah.
See, but if we return the boy back to his father, then he said he'll put more magical stuff on our weapons, which we might need.
That could be
For our quest.
helpful,
So we
but
want to go all the way back?
I just feel like it's a.
This is like
Unless we can send word to Parn and have him meet us at Orthil's.
meet us at Orthil's. We could do that. Him to come retrieve him.
How do we send word?
Could Dumero send a message?
Yeah, I suppose Dumero could.
I could do that.
Okay.
We can let Hailstorm fly. I think he wants to.
Is he faster?
I don't
How
know.
fast is he?
You've never raced him.
Do you have stats for Dumero?
Of course I do.
I actually don't have stats for Hailstorm, so I'm terrible.
They would be pretty similar. You guys are starting from a similar baseline.
What are my stats for Flip It?
Flip it!
You
Where'd you get that?
Flip
Where'd
it.
you find
Flip it.
You don't really know.
I'll find
It's
out.
just a
later.
cute little thing with big old eyes and little furry tentacles. Just so happy. He's still just kind of crawling all around you.
I'm getting used to it.
His instead of like suckers, it's like the little bean toes on a kitten's paw. So he's all like he's just all
Grippy.
soft, grippy, very cute.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, let's head back over to Dumeral.
So let's send Hailstorm now. So by the time we get back to Orphels, maybe
If Papa will be there.
Dad can meet us there in time. Okay. All right.
So I say we load the kid on the wagon
Yeah.
thing cart and attach to one of the horses.
I think we should also try and recover some of the copper pipes he was trying to bring back to Roofall also. I mean, he went all the way.
I mean, I suppose. Is there anything else of value around that would be worth
Looting?
saving? I guess not really looting, but saving and collecting anything of interest.
There seem to, I mean, there are personal items still attached to
Nothing
people,
right
like
now.
jewelry that didn't look like it was worth much to the orcs, are still on people. But other than that, everything's
Is there
picked clean.
anything to identify what orcs may have attacked this camp? Like which orc faction, if it's part of Kurlock's group, Chieftain Kurlock's group or whatnot? Is there a way to
Maybe like certain
See
orcs
anything,
kill
yeah.
people certain ways, like they
yeah,
have their
or if they've
calling
left like
card.
certain arrows or daggers
yeah,
or
they're-
like
yeah,
throwable
arrows.
things around?
Make an investigation check.
Great.
Why does it? Are there any like carts that are okay?
You said there was
Yeah.
one.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah,
Okay, you did.
there's one we're gonna put the kiddo on.
Okay.
19 for me.
Yeah. So you see there are yellow feathered not crossbow, but sorry, arrows. Thank you. I was like, bolts. That's not the word. Yeah. So there are yellow feathered arrows, and you know that Chieftain Kurluk's mark is yellow. He and his men scar themselves while they're still bleeding. They put a yellow pigment in their skin, so they scar yellow just to like prove themselves to him.
Excellent.
So yellows is their calling card. They are the largest of all of the orc factions. The other ones, they're fairly tribal. They kind of surround each
Do they
other.
have a
But he's
name?
been collecting them in.
For that group, or
They have
is it
not
just-
called themselves anything yet. They just know that they're loyal to Chieftain.
I reach over and I pluck that arrow out of the side of the cart. All right, team. You see this arrow?
Yes.
With the yellow?
Yes.
This is the sign of Chieftain Kurlock. The one that Orfield just was telling us about, was trying to make camp somewhere in the area. That's who these belong to. These are the orcs that attacked this caravan. We need to find them.
Can I look for tracks to see if I can figure out which way the orc horde went?
Sure.
9. If it's investigation. Yeah, 9.
You can tell they went east, but it looks like there might have also been recent rains in the area that got rid of tracks after that. Grass is now kind of grown where they would have left behind.
Well, I feel like they headed east, but the trail's a little cold after rain. Tanaka, will you help me gather some of these copper pipes so they can at least get to their destination?
Yes.
Okay. So we collect as many copper pipes as we can and tie them up to the cart.
It looks like the entire load was.
Oh, another raid! Yes!
Welcome!
Wow.
Divinity.
Thank you.
That is divine. Welcome.
Thank you.
So divine!
Welcome to our game.
Welcome to our game.
Thanks for...
Friends are currently trying to save a little dying boy.
Yeah, a little dying boy!
But he's making us go the wrong way. We're already on our way to the
around in
next
circles.
place.
You can make your own decisions. I'm not making
So
you do
now,
it.
what should I be able to?
The child is. The situation is.
What should I tell Hailstorm?
You should tell him that he needs to click the link in the description so all the viewers count.
I'm going to
Actually,
write
that's for the raid folks that just joined
yeah.
us. Click the link.
If you guys
it
can click
helps.
the link in the chat to make sure our raids count.
I'm
That'd be
going
awesome.
to write a message.
Thank you.
And this
We love you all.
message
We
will
love you.
say to Parn Hill, we found Gaff. Mother dead, or just leave it out?
We found Gaff.
We found Gaff.
Please meet us at
Please meet
From
us
Brazil.
Oraphil's
at Orphil's
cabin.
cabin.
Which is the only plot, 3 days
of
north
course.
of the city on the main road.
He will reside there.
And
Under the care of Orpheus.
rest well under the care of Oraphil.
Under the care of
You can mention that his legs were injured, but
Oraphil. I'm sure he'll find out.
All
when he
right.
gets there. But it doesn't matter because Parn can just take him to the healer and...
He'll be fine.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Is that all? Do we want to say anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I want to look one more time for the mom. Like around the. Will anybody help me? I would like to send something back, like if we can find like a necklace or like her wedding ring, like or her body, even to bury. Like, I'm sure that would be nice.
I'm
Very,
down. I'll help
very
out.
noble of you.
Just
15 investigation.
So you find her body. The dress is exactly as it's illustrated in the book. So from that kind of blue flowery pattern, you find her corpse. Her face is barely a face. You do find a wedding ring, and it's looking at it. You can tell it's the same type of metal that the chest you were given was made from. So you assume that Parn hand forged this ring himself
Okay.
for her. But everything else on her person has been taken.
do we still have the chest?
Yeah.
Booba, will you help me wrap her up? Can we find like some types of sheets or something we can kind of
I'm going to take the wedding ring and
Do you want to package it up or something and put it in
I'm going
leather?
to tie like a leather little strap.
What are you thinking?
Put her in the chest. 'Cause she'll get little. Little chest.
Would that be better than traumatizing Gaff and having him ride next to his
Cause down with
deceased
his mom's
mother?
body, like in the cart. Think about if he's like wrap her up and stick her in the chest, close it up. It was ridiculous in my head at first. Then I thought, no, that might actually be nice.
I'm down to give it a try.
We have to wrap her up first, though.
Okay, so I'm going to tie off the ring and the little letter on Hailstorm
Okay.
and tell him to go to Parn Hill.
Yep. Just holds his head and yeah, it's
That doesn't.
so yeah, he heads back to Ralph.
Are we going to put her in the box? Is that what are we deciding?
What's in the box?
I just figured it'd be better than
say it
her
every
just
time.
riding next to her son
Or we could put her on one of
on
our
a horses. I
kinda
guess they
like-
would do that.
I can put her on my horse, I guess. I think is it weird to put her in a box? That's a little weird, right? I don't know.
Well, a coffin is a box, so nearly the same thing.
Jay's making a face.
can-
Someone say no.
We can burn her and have her ashes.
You guys make up
I
your mind.
think
This
he
is
would like to bury his wife, don't you think?
I mean, should we ask Gaff? I mean, I don't
I think Gaff's a little traumatized at the moment.
know. I agree.
I just put him back on a horse.
Yeah, we'll just very carefully secure her to a back of one of the horses. Back of my horse is fine. All right. Should we head back to?
Can I take the copper
Orthos?
pipe and try to put it in the box and see if it shrinks?
yeah, it doesn't.
Oh, maybe it's just our objects.
Well, there you go. The mom would have been a terrible choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
I knew that was
terrible.
Good instincts. Good instincts.
Well, good thing we didn't try to stuff the mother in here. And I'll load up the rest of the copper that I can pipes that I can find and stack them.
There
here.
are several. It looks like they're so. The word unruly, like it'd just be a hard thing to carry. So the orcs left them because they're too long,
Yeah.
too heavy, not worth it. Not worth it to them. They don't need to lay pipe.
Do you want to ride in the cart with Gaff to keep him company and perhaps feed him some soup along the road? Maybe going for a few days.
Riding in the cart, not on the horse.
Oh, I guess do you want to drive the cart? Oh yeah, one of us has to drive the cart.
I can sit in the. Well, are the horses from the cart?
Because we can tie horses
Around?
to the cart. We'll use our
There are
horses.
some
Yeah.
dead horses scattered on the ground, but
Yes, use one of those.
but, yeah, they're no longer attached.
Yes, I'll sit in the back with
Okay.
Goff.
And we'll tie his horse to the back of the cart. I'll drive the cart.
Okay.
Okay. And then you two are on your horses? No. Okay. We'll head back to Orthil's then.
Off we go back to Orthil.
All right.
So, Gaff,
Yeah.
know any jokes?
No. Well, yes, but I'm not feeling particularly funny right now.
Of course. Yeah, why don't you just go ahead and lay down? It'll be a couple of days to get there. If you want to talk, I'm here.
That's not looking very good, is it? He looks down at his leg with the bone still peeking out.
Oh no, it's going to be fine.
We didn't try to dress
we probably should have wrapped that.
Well, I don't know.
Is anyone good with medicine? I'm not great.
I'm not.
Or
Yeah,
like set
neither
the
do I.
bone? Like, I feel like
I
we'd
can't be
all like
trusted.
jack it up.
0.
Well, I can try.
Because we're bumping in the car.
Oh, God.
This will go well.
He's in like a flop sweat just from the pain of the bumpy road, and he's trying. He's a tough kid, but he's
It's like Ace Ventura, where they're just bouncing around, but the road is completely smooth.
Sure, I'll try the medicine check. Or
yes.
here we go. Oh. Medicine. 18.
Yeah.
Sure. You managed to clean and wrap that wound, but you've read enough books to know that he is going to have to lose his right leg. There's no saving the right. The left seems to be doing much better since you've given him a potion and it's been treated. But at this point, you're just trying to stall an infection from his current leg, and you did a good job of cleaning it out, though. It looks like he's stabilized, but
Surprised myself. Hey, I wrapped his leg.
Good work.
There is some good news.
Thumbs up from the horse.
There has been there's a healer in Ralphel that has been doing great work on people who have lost their limbs.
As I overhear this, Nitsage.
And what?
Shh, Nitsage. I motion for you to come up to the front of the cart with me.
Wait, I'll be right back. What?
Not going anywhere.
How are we supposed to tell his father where the healer is without revealing who the healer is?
Well, we know that the people who need healing, Jarrett.
Shh, don't say his name.
Sorry, yes, him. I couldn't remember his name.
He totally just overhears you.
Yeah.
That he knows, and Parn knows who the healer is, so maybe they have contact,
Does Parn know who the healer is?
Well, he got his
healed.
arm.
Oh, he has
Yeah.
arm healed. Oh,
Yes, of
never
course.
mind. Then the dad would already know.
Oh, never mind then. Oh.
Carry on.
Okay. There is a healer that has been doing great work in the city, and I believe your dad was one of the ones that was helped.
oh,
So all hope is not lost on your leg.
that's good. I think we can save it then.
Oh yes, I don't see why not.
I don't know about save it, but maybe get you a whole new one.
A better one.
A better one.
Right? He looks concerned, like he's in the wrong wagon, but he takes it. So yeah, you travel back. No particular incident on the road at this point. You make it back to.
Lenny wants to know why Gav's Scottish, but his dad is not.
His
No,
dad is
Mom's Scottish.
His
The
dad
other
is
way.
definitely
The other way, I
Scottish.
think he meant.
Huh? Oh, they're both Scottish.
Yep,
Yeah.
they're
This is
definitely
Scottish.
Scottish.
Oh, his dad is.
Yeah.
Definitely Scottish. Yeah.
That was the other guy, sorry. We were both confused. Hello, Roganado. Then you hear.
Hello.
You make it back to Orthil, and he's still just out tending to his garden and stuff. The scarecrow looks a little picked clean, but he looks happy as can be. great to see y'all so soon.
Oh, yes. Well, we actually found that caravan that we had mentioned we wanted to run into.
And we need a favor.
Yeah.
Favor? Well, I feel like I've given plenty of favors.
You
This is
have,
an easy one.
but
This is an easy one.
you mentioned you like taking care of folks as they come your way.
Of course, of course.
We came across little Gaff here, who survived the orc attack, and well, we were wondering if you could hold him up for a little bit until his father can come and rejoin him up here at your house.
Well, sure, let me take a look at him. He comes out and tries to stroke his beard, but keeps like bouncing back every time he tries.
I wrapped his leg.
Oh, you did a mighty fine job, too. Look at that. He goes in and he investigates, he touches, and he's just going, oh, you did a mighty fine job. What? Yeah, you know, the best thing I can do for him is just keep him fed, keep him sheltered, and I will do that. Somebody coming for him?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, thank you.
What is
A
it?
does it say?
clone described by art.
A what?
What is it?
A me clone described by you.
A you clone described by you. By
By
me.
you.
And please just don't describe me as Danny. That's Danny.
A tall, lanky guy who he's wearing pants that fit him really tight around the waist, but they're like maybe just like 4 inches down from his knees. They look like they should be long enough, but they're not. So he pulls out his little socks all the way pulled up. He's trying to hide his legs. And just like red arms and face, just because he's been out in the sun, because he didn't have any sunscreen with him, and is in a lot of pain, and is just wandering about.
I think it's a cabin.
You hear on the wind. Is there room for one more? I hate it role playing with myself.
That's not what I hear.
That's funny.
What the heck is that? And this gangly sunburned thing comes out. Looks like he's been walking for days. He's not just sunburned. It looks like he's got a slash on his calf. He's bleeding out the back of his left leg. So he's limping a bit. He's like, guys, anybody? Oh, they're coming!
Who's coming?
He falls to the ground.
Is he outside or is he? Did
He
he
is
get
outside,
inside?
so he was coming from the west side of the road. Y'all are on the east side of the road, and he's coming toward the farmhouse because he managed to see it.
Who's coming?
I pick him up by the back of his shirt and I pick him up. Who's coming?
Big fellas, scars, tusks.
Orcs.
I think he means the orcs.
Covered in
Get him
yellow?
inside.
Yeah.
Great.
Put him inside.
Orthil, we're gonna have company.
Well, I don't like any company if I can help it.
But
I'm in the bad kind of company.
yes, but
I understood.
oh,
Unfortunately, I'm not particularly allowed to take part in such matters.
but you have a
It's
dead.
Give me the boy.
Well, there.
He takes him inside, and he just all the windows, the doors, everything shuts all at once, and the house just doesn't seem to change visibly, but it just looks more sturdy than it was before. And you just hear, "Good luck!"
Oh, so we're outside. Oh, geez.
I turn around and like knock on the. Oh, what happened? What? Hello.
There's rules, sir.
He's helping us. Let's try and help him in return. Maybe so. If they're
Helping
coming,
us by shutting us out.
well, he's helping the boy.
Well, okay.
And
What about
maybe
the
he has
sunburned
no
man?
other
Where's the
defenses.
sunburned man?
He's in the back of the house, right?
Nope. On the road.
the
Oh no, you threw him
he
inside.
took- we
He's
took
inside
him-
as
we threw him
well.
inside. We threw him
Yes.
inside. Okay. Well, I think we should flank the road, and then if these orcs come and try to attack this house, maybe that could be a distraction, and we get them from behind.
Okay.
They came
Or
from
observe.
behind.
Or observe, because it might be a larger party than we care to tango with.
I have an idea.
Ewoks? Sure.
This is gonna be the cutest orcs ever. Let's get to cover and we'll talk about a plan.
They're the twig snappers.
You do hear a horn on the wind. That
Yeah, I
sounds more
get you.
ominous than that.
It sounds like a war horn.
I agree. We should take cover.
It's time to take our leave.
I have an idea. I have a promise this time. We can hide in a magical place. If we don't want to fight.
Okay.
Okay.
Which might be a good idea if there's a huge horde
Is
of
there
them.
anywhere to hide anywhere around us?
So
Best luck would be in the pumpkin patch, maybe behind the
Pumpkins are
farmhouse.
tall, though.
So I
But
wanna
this is
plow-
back to the flat area where there's not a lot around.
So while you're doing that, I want to pull out. I'm taking out a twisted loop of parchment. I'm taking out and I'm like kind of rolling it up with powdered corn extract. Doing this real fast. And I say the words and I cast rope trick.
Can we have said we also put his mom's body like very gently in the house somewhere before we got kicked out? Can we have said that? Nope. Okay, great.
Could have said that.
While he's just sitting on the horse. All
She's
right.
still just in the cart.
While you're doing that,
Just park the cart over my
I'm
side of the house.
gonna park the cart behind the house.
I'd like to go behind the house as
No,
well.
please, everyone.
Let's go behind the house, quick!
Well, I'm casting it right here in front of the.
What are you casting?
That's fine. That's fine. We'll just be with.
What does it
I'm
do?
running and putting
So
the
it's
horse
an extra dimensional
cart back
space
behind the house.
at 60 feet up in the air. So basically, it's an invisible treehouse.
Is that instantaneous or does it take time to cast?
No, it's. I've already. It lasts for 1 hour.
But it doesn't take like 10 minutes to cast.
No. I'm casting it.
Okay, so I'll run back to you. And there's an invisible rope?
Yeah. So basically, the upper end of the rope is an invisible entrance opens to an extra dimensional space that lasts until the spell ends. It can be reached by climbing to the top of the rope. The space can hold as many as 8 medium or smaller creatures. The rope can be pulled into space, making the rope disappear from view outside the space. Attacks and spells can't cross through the entrance into or out of the space, but those inside can see out of it as to a 3-foot by 5-foot window centered on the rope.
All right, so we all start climbing up the rope?
Yep.
We're doing it?
Great.
So it just looks like a rope that goes into nothing.
Yeah,
and we
basically.
climb into it.
Yeah,
I feel
exactly.
like Tanakh is like below Nitsage
I
doing
can
this
climb.
number,
Yeah.
like Bagheera trying to get Mowgli in the tree. Like, go.
And the horns like under Fezzik as it goes.
And then I'd like to actually cast Fog Cloud, which is around the perimeter of the building. The range is 120 feet, so it lasts for an hour. So I'd like to cast that, so that way it kind of disguises and mars up at least the visibility of the area. Sure.
Are you trying to like cover the house so they can't see the house? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, just try to give us something
Yeah.
extra to play with.
Because I guess how far away are we from the house? We said we got a little
We're like
bit.
right in front of the.
Oh, we're right next to it. Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
all right, that's fine then.
It's a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on a point, which is the house.
Okay.
The area is heavily obscured.
Okay.
Okay.
Unless a wind comes through that's at least 10 miles per hour and disperses it.
So don't use your fan right now.
You hear
Pull the ropes pull back up.
and just coming from across the plains, you see 6 orcs split across the backs of 2 giant boars. They've got mohawks, they've got their slashes across the thing, their hair is bleached and dyed yellow, their scars are yellow, some of them have extra tattoos on their face. Their tusks are even like painted with some sort of enamel that is generally used for metals and things. They are dedicated, strong warriors, and they are charging toward the farm as if it was like a targeted location already. And you, by looking at them, can assume that those giant boars were the things that knocked over all the carts and pushed them hard, or similar such steeds. They ran through the pace. They smashed through the pumpkin patch. They knocked the scarecrow over. And just kind of pieces fall off. Yeah, pumpkins. His entire garden is destroyed.
Savages.
The other one tries to ram through the wall, as if by clockwork, something that they seem to generally do. But the giant boar, the second it makes contact with the side of the house, it's as if it had smashed into solid stone. It doesn't make a scratch or a dent. The boar takes some damage.
Should we try and help?
The house seems okay. Maybe we should let them pass.
Watch this play out.
They continue to circle the place. They've now hopped off their boards. They're trying at the windows. They're doing everything they can. They have iron swords that aren't particularly pretty, but they look fairly solid and thick, and they're trying to get in between and try to pry windows open.
Since we're high up, can I tell if they are taking any notice to the cart at all, or if they're just kind of like leaving it?
They haven't gotten to the back yet. Right now, they're just approaching the front. They come from the west. They're heading east and to the building and the patch. I mean, they ran through the pumpkins, but they're not really looking for anything.
Okay.
They're just circling. They're not leaving. They're not doing anything.
They're trying to get in, but it doesn't look particularly successful. The longer you are up there, the more they're trying to pry their way in. The house, with its sort of solid look, it begins to diminish just a little bit. And the one who's been working on the windows to try and pry them open, you hear a little as the wood splits.
We need to do something.
Now it's time to help.
Is your fog cloud going to stay up? Is that a concentration thing, or will it stay?
It stays for an hour unless a wind comes through.
Okay, so we can try and hide in the fog.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to stay up here since you're more range, and you as well?
Oh yeah. Sniper rifle time.
Can I like poke my head out of the space and then
Would you
cast
be
things?
seen? Oh, because it's like a different dimension that we're in right now, technically.
No, I can probably straight shoot through this thing, and they'll just see arrows coming out of nowhere.
Right.
Is it protected of any sort, though?
No, it's not protective.
Nerd Police says we can do that.
Attacks and spells can't cross through the entrance into or out of the extra bit.
Oh, so you'd have to like pop out, do your spell or your shot, and pop back in.
That's up to the DM.
So they can poke your head out the window to do that, in other words, so they'd see you.
Yeah.
But if they decide to just start firing a volley of arrows, is it just going to go right into this thing?
Oh, or is it
does
like
it have
walls
some,
where it
yeah,
would
does it
hit
have
like
some
the
sort of
treehouse
defensive
walls?
capability
I don't know.
to protect us
by
from
magic.
that?
Help us, internet. Help us.
It doesn't say. Does the internet know?
I'm
but
going to
it
make the
just said
call
attacks
that
can't
if you
come
can't
in.
fire out, then things also cannot come in.
Okay,
But
so
if
we're
you are
safe in
outside
here.
of it making an attack, you are vulnerable.
Right.
Well, then again, we have an hour. So how long has it been since this whole thing has started?
About 10 minutes.
Okay. You and I go on the ground and flank them? Oh dear. All right.
All right.
Is there? So looking out from the entrance thing, is there anybody down directly below me?
Yeah. There are 3 orcs directly below you. They're keeping watch behind the other 3 orcs who are trying at the front door and the window.
Is there a way
2 are on the door, 1 is at the window.
Is there a way to? Are we able to dispatch them if we were to get so lucky and have the other ones not notice? Is it arranged that way? Like, can we attack them and have the other ones not be like, oh, or no? I don't really know the setup. Are they all invisible range of each other?
I would be rolling to see if they would notice something.
Okay, great.
So that's a randomness.
I'm just gonna jump down on top of them if I can.
Okay.
I am gonna use my frenzy and rage.
Okay.
Activating both.
Would you like me to stealthily try to shoot one first?
Nah, I'm just gonna go.
You're good. Okay.
Right before I kind of look down where I'm
Get a sneak attack.
where I'm gonna get to them.
You get
I'm gonna pull out my shield, and then pull out my great axe, and I jump. As I jump, I yell, "Ortho!"
Why would you yell?
Your axe ignites.
Yes, we have fire weapons. Dope.
How would you like to try to land? You're jumping. How high up are you? 60?
60 feet.
That's pretty high.
Pretty high.
It's not so bad.
High.
Okie dokie. Make a dex
They say that
saving
there's
throw.
3 orcs.
Yeah.
No boars, just the orcs.
The boars are currently their snouts are in with the pumpkins. They're munching on the food.
Okay,
and
but
stuff
it's just the orcs. Okay, I want to try it on the line on the middle one with my axe.
Okay.
So I
Make
want
a
to land
dex-
on my feet.
That would be nice. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna land on my feet because
Like in the
I just showed up like Thor.
the Star Wars
and-
Force
and
campaign,
Avengers.
everybody gets injured from falls. Everything else. It's pretty
A
funny.
dexterity saving throw? Is a 19 enough?
It sure is. Reroll it.
Amber, where are you?
Your husband needs help.
Damn it. Now we're out of rerolls. Everybody's out of rerolls.
Everybody's out of rerolls. It just is what it is.
Quick, donate $10.
I'm gonna use my point of inspiration.
Well, can you use that after?
Can I use it after, or do I do it for after?
Oh.
Yeah, after.
Yeah, after. Because what if you roll good?
Okay, I rolled badly.
Okay.
And I used my point of inspiration that you gave me earlier.
Yes.
Teaches me to reward you.
I didn't click that one time.
Here it is. Here it is.
2. Yeah.
20!
Nice.
I'm literally Thor in Adventures.
You are like 3-point landing.
Super landing.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yes.
That was the sound he made as he jumped.
You land on 2 of them directly.
Oh, 6 or 6.
You got the
You're
drop.
not wide enough to hit the other one. They're just going to take bludgeoning damage just from impact alone before you attack.
Nice.
Dope. Yes.
That's Wilhelm.
Buddy.
Yes, thank you, Wilhelm.
So one takes some damage. The other one takes
I think
less
so.
damage. You hit one more directly than the other. Your shield, the horn, still into your shield, scrapes the other one on the way down, opening up a brand new cut right between 2 of his yellow scars. Not happy. But the 2 of them are now prone. The third orc is like, gets the sword.
Gosh.
Okay, can I then attack that one with my flaming axe?
Yeah. I'll let you do it.
Second attack. Because you're raging, right?
Because I'm raging.
At this point, we won't have to do much.
I have my longbow like
He's still
just waiting.
He is
He's doing
amazing.
great. He's doing great.
16 plus... What does my great axe do now that it's on fire?
It'll do its normal damage, and then it will do an additional d6 fire.
It's getting
I
hot
rolled
in here. Our
a
weapons
21.
are on fire.
So
That hits.
hits. So it's a 1d12 plus 3. It's 11 plus 3. That's... What can I math? 14.
Uh-huh.
Then 14, then a d6 of damage, of fire damage. 14, 15, 16, and then because I'm a rage, 17, 18. I get 2 more.
He's already dead, but keep going.
And then please will play it all.
I'm
while
glad I
we're-
killed that one.
Yeah, you slice through him, and the flame just cauterizes his body as it comes out the other side.
It's like a lightsaber.
The orc just pure shock on his face, still clutching his sword. Just
Dope. Dope.
Does that thing where it like slides in half and falls over?
I guess that's it.
We are number one. We are number one.
Hey.
Is that
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
So what's
Took 3
the
guys out, kind of.
what's left?
Well, now we'll roll initiative, because that was a nice surprise.
Damn it! I wanted to stealthily shoot one from the.
yay?
Oh, 19. I was like, why is it?
Well, you wasted it.
I know. I know.
Come on, Rainbow.
Plus, I get a bump to my initiative anyway, but that's fine.
I'm gonna be
That
sitting
means
up
this
here
one's
for a
going
while.
good. This one's good.
Thank God.
I got a hot
21.
dice.
Quite fine here.
I'm gonna sip my pumpkin soup while I wait on this one.
21, you said?
Nobody lives forever.
Okay.
Who got what?
With a natural 20, that puts me at 27.
15.
I'm coming, baby.
Okay.
4.
You're really enjoying your soup.
Yep, this pumpkin soup, squash soup is great.
It's good cold, too,
So
you guys.
good.
Hearing the loud thud, you're and the heavy trotting of boars as they come around, one on either side of the building, now facing everyone. They're not close enough to attack yet, but they're getting ready.
I'm upstairs.
Aura, it's your turn.
Okay. I would like to, since I'm so used to being on pirate ships, slide down the rope pirate style. Is it close enough to where I can, like, get to the roof or no? Because they're on either side of the building.
You could, if you if you were to jump out and try to jump out, swing this
swing?
way, and then swing back, you could probably make it to it.
I'd like to try and do that.
Sure. This will be a dex, please. Or sorry, acrobatics.
Yeah, let's do that.
Nice.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the entire time I'm just humming.
14.
Bum, bum, ba-dum,
14.
14. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you make it.
And then I'd like to attack one of the orcs, please. I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna pull out the fates, and I'm gonna pull out my dagger, and I'm gonna say Orithel to my dagger. Flame on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to make.
Meanwhile, Orachel's like inside his house, hearing his name being called. And he's like cheering us on from
Actually, yeah.
inside.
It's like,
You got it.
in the little crack that was made in the window.
All right. So I'm gonna attack.
1-4.
I'm gonna attack with the rapier first. Okay. So that's 21 to hit with the rapier.
Oh, that hits. Sorry, which one are you aiming at? The one at the door?
Sure. Okay, so that's 1d.
Oh, sorry, there's 2 at the door, 1 at the window.
Okay, 1d8.
Those are orcs? Oh, you said there were 6 total, right?
Oh, you
Yes,
said there's one
yeah.
at the
I
door?
have 3 and she's with the
Yeah.
theater.
You
I'll
have
do
2
the
now
one-
because you killed 1.
Oh, that's
The
right.
I'll
other
take
2
the
are
one
about
at the
to go.
door.
Okay.
Okay, because that way I can get my rakish audacity going. Okay, so if that hits, it's this, and then I get to add. Because I have my rakish audacity, technically I get sneak attack on him. Because there's no ally flanking the target, and I'm not rolling at disadvantage.
Cool.
So, okay, so I get an extra, I think I'm at 2d6 for my... Sorry, I'm so new to this stuff.
I have a question.
Pretty sure it's a 2.
If I have 2 weapon fighting, can I also hit with my shield? So can I go
I'm pretty sure it's 2d6.
It won't be very much damage.
Is it 2d6? Where's my sneak attack? Ah, biscuits. I think it's 2d6, but I'm not
basically a
100%
punch.
sure.
Do you want to go to
It
the
specifies
unarmed strike for that?
It meant
Technically,
a light melee
Reaction.
weapon is what it says.
Where,
No?
where
it's
do I get
technically has to be a
my
one-handed weapon.
reaction?
The shield actually makes
Other-
it so you can't use 2 of them.
sneak attack?
attack.
2d6, okay.
you
So
can't
this is
what?
going to be
Shield
awesome.
away.
And then this is
he said
4.
That's not how that works.
Okay,
Yeah, it's not how
that's
2
good.
weapon fighting.
That's 11. That's 18.
It's a cool idea. And
22 points of, is it piercing damage for a rapier? Yeah, 22 points of piercing damage for my rapier.
Just to upgrade my shield.
Yeah, I just take it and I just slash to his neck.
Are you still? Did you climb down? Or are you still?
I
From
like
top?
did that like swing down.
Oh,
did like
oh,
a
so
pirate swing down.
So you're on ground level.
I'm
now.
on ground level.
Okay. Got it.
And that was my first attack. And then can I attack him with my dagger as well?
Sure. There's one more on the door and one on the window.
I was doing the one that was by himself because that's how I got the. So
Oh,
I
okay.
guess it was
So
the one
that
on the
would have
door.
been window instead.
Oh, okay, the one on the window. Okay. And then with my dagger, which is on fire, 17 to hit. Okay. And this is
Does hit.
1d4 plus 4, 3. So that's 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Great. Next up is Tanok. Dang it.
Bum, bum, bum.
stupid Avengers thing.
So after I slash this guy and just watch them go, I turn around to the 2 guys that are prone, and I take my my great axe and I smash the first one.
With advantage.
There's an advantage because he's prone.
Oh well,
No, roll again because you might get a natural 20. Okay.
no, 18, 20 something.
20 something.
And that is great axe 1d12 plus 3, 1d12 plus 3, 5,
Jump on you guys, damn it.
5, 6, 7, 8 damage.
8 damage.
So clutch.
All right.
8. Yeah, I did.
Damage.
8 damage.
Okay.
Is he dead?
No.
That's okay, because I smash this guy and I go at the other prone guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll my advantage. 17, 23.
That hits.
D12 plus 3, so that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. damage to the second guy.
Yeah.
I think I whined, like I hit this guy and I was like, I didn't do so good, so I just got really pissed and smashed the other guy.
You're super rage smashing right now.
Great.
This day
He's on fire.
Yeah, he's dead. Super dead. Ooh, look at that. Giant boars have charge. Lovely.
Lovely.
I'm happy again.
Natural ones, natural ones, natural ones.
Oh, nice.
All right, so
Jagger's on fire.
the first boar, the boar that if you're facing the house is on the left, is going to charge for you, Tanok.
Yeah.
And it's going to make a tusk attack.
Ooh, tusk. He's gonna try real hard.
You just like bow your head down, like
Yeah.
come at me, bro. I see you doing the bull thing where you're like scraping your foot on the ground.
That's offensive.
He
sorry.
slips in the meat of the person you hew in half and comes just short of you.
Oh my goodness.
But that's fine, because now the second one's going to come for you.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
We'll see how that one does.
Hopefully there's enough meat left for both.
What's your
boars.
AC?
Right now it's 18.
Yay! That's enough.
Oh no.
So, this one will also charge, so it is... First will be 2d6 plus 3, and then, because it is charging, it'll get another 2d6 slashing. So 4 you...
Yikes.
10.
10 damage. But right now I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing
So you take
damage.
half damage.
Yeah.
So it's 5.
Well, then let me finish adding up.
Okay.
And another 9, so 19.
19.
But this
so,
Halved.
Yeah.
And then do you guys round up or round down?
Around down.
so 9.
Yeah.
Damage.
9 damage.
Still okay.
It is now Nitsuja's turn.
They're doing wonderful out there.
He says with his soup.
Yeah.
Let's see what this does. I'm gonna poke my head out the window, and I'm gonna be like, and aim it at who's left?
Currently, there's one person there's one orc near Tanok. There are 2 orcs at the door.
And mine, the one near me is still prone.
Probably not by the time he's Baron.
I'm
But yes,
gonna go with the one who's been trying to pry that door open, or is it the door or is it the window?
The window guy is now dead. There are 2 on the door.
Oh, did I kill the window guy?
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the door. I'm gonna
Yep.
aim at and I'm gonna see what this bad boy does. Hey, watch this.
I'm watching.
Orthil.
Your hands are just on fire.
I'm like,
I love it.
oh, this is nice.
You're
It's a
heating
little
your
drafty.
soup?
Feel that?
Yeah, I heat my soup up on his hands. Oh, good. This was getting cold.
So what can I do with these hands?
It's basically it's burning hands.
It's burning hands.
Fire
so
punch?
You'd have to touch somebody.
Fire punches,
All
bro.
right.
Bro, you're supposed to punch the orcs with
now I
a fire hand.
Well, now I don't know what to do. I've got hands, but I can't do anything.
How do you
All right, back with
put those out?
You're in a treehouse for God's sake.
No, it's not a tree house.
I know.
Oh no, is it like that one other Orthil?
All right, I'll give you this one. And
Okay, all right.
Next. What else you got in your bag of tricks?
I don't know. I think that's
Thanks for heating my soup, though.
Yes, you're welcome.
Because I'm waiting for my turn in
All right,
battle.
you know what? I like my own. So poke my head out again and do a chill touch to one of the orcs there on the door.
okay.
I'm dealer's choice. So I'm gonna go ahead.
What's the range?
120 feet.
Oh hell yeah! All right,
Okay.
good.
18. That's a natural 18. I
That'll
think that's plus 6. So yeah.
Oh, definitely.
1d8. Excuse me, what am I doing? Oh my god.
Aw, buddy.
That's a 1 for necrotic damage. Hope you have a nice little headache for just a
Little
second.
brain freeze.
Just your,
Brain
like,
freeze.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You see him like it's kind of like crickles across his face, and he notices you.
It has disadvantage on attack rolls against me until the next turn.
Fair enough.
Oh, you specifically?
No. Yeah, on me specifically, yeah.
Okay.
And I want to poke my head back into the thing.
All right, Elsa, let it go.
All right.
You're welcome.
Here all night.
Oh no.
Thank you.
I will
Boobo
wipe my
suddenly
hands
drops
under your
dead.
pants next time.
Boobo, it is your turn.
Great, Galvao. Thank you for the sub. For the follow.
Follow.
Thank you. Reed Cooper says that face Danny just made scares me.
Scares me too. Danny's good at scary faces. Great. Orcs left. There's three.
Yep.
Two, and they're all at the door.
One is
There's
with Tanok.
Right.
The other two are at the door.
And he's prone.
And there's boars left.
Two. You forget.
Two boars left.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I will just peek out and knock my longbow and fire that at the prone orc. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is that cool? Would that work?
That's fine.
Range and all. And I whisper, Orthel.
Yeah.
You good there? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Flaming
No,
arrow.
I forgot something that could have fucked him up.
Oh, great. Oh, darn. You want to go back?
Reed Cooper called you cute. He said when cute people make scary faces, it's extra scary.
Oh, Danny's.
Don't say that. He'll kill us all.
Danny's not extra scary then. What about ugly people?
Your arrow lights up.
Flaming arrows. Good thing I bought 20 of those earlier. Anyway. I grabbed
flaming
those extra
arrows.
flaming arrows.
They're extra burning.
Extra burning. They're burning on both ends. Ow, 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 ow.
You bought them.
Yeah.
We should have said cold. We should have said cold.
I know.
I wanted cold.
Oh, well. No, I'm going to fire those extra burning arrows, I tell you. Yeah, and I'll just shoot that orc that's prone. I guess still prone, according to Art.
And you'd have disadvantage because you're range weapon, right? Isn't that how prone works? Because he's prone, but he's shooting. You're shooting someone that's prone, so you have disadvantage because it's a range attack.
Yeah, harder to hit.
Sorry. I know the rules. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Nerd.
Excuse me, dude.
All right.
Side seat DM over here.
Sorry.
Back seat, side seat. We need a minivan.
That's 24.
24 hits.
See, you're fine. You still, Shannon.
And then just 1d8 plus 2, right? For the damage.
Do you get 5 damage as well?
I got, fire damage. I don't know what the fire damage is, but that's 3 regular damage, piercing damage.
That orc is just about to stand up, and it's where he lifted his head to that the arrow just.
Yeah. and then as his head hits the ground, it goes and flames.
Well, he's got all that paint all over him, super flammable. You know?
And I go, Ortho. And he gets so pumped up that his head just like bursts into flames.
Some of your other arrows like.
Oh, jeez! I pour that soup on me. Hot. Yes, he's just cackling like evil Yoda training Luke, just laughing at him. Oh God!
Great! Yay! It's now the orc you just hit is. He's gonna shoot up at you. Oh no, sorry, he doesn't have a bow and arrow. He has a javelin. So from off of his back, he pulls one.
Did you poke your head back in?
I put my head back in. Does he see?
Oh, you did?
I did, yeah.
He does not, then.
Yeah.
So then he looks for the next best thing, which is currently you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This isn't amazing.
Sorry.
Ooh, it's okay. Everything's fine. I have all my special armor.
That is 20 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits. Yeah, I'll do it. Ooh, this is gonna suck. Uh-oh.
That is 8 damage.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Yay.
Feeling that orc right now.
And now the other orc takes his. He's trying to pry through the door with a great axe, so he doubles his grip on it, and he just marches right over to you.
All right.
And he goes, That's gonna be.
I'm going to use Defensive Duelist. So that's going to bump my AC to 17.
All right.
The reaction.
Oh no. Oh no, that means he's
That's
still
a
rolling.
22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
This will be.
Oh jeez.
This will be Hurdy. Ah, 6 damage.
Ah. All right. Okay.
It sinks it in, but you're quicker, so you manage to back up a little bit.
Ouch. Ouchies. Okay.
Ouch.
Oh. Okay.
Looking for hidden cool shit, but that's about it.
Yeah, you've heard me enough, Danny.
It's your turn. Again.
Okay, great. So now there's 2 attacking me. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. The one that hit me with the javelin.
Is still.
No,
at
he's
the
like
door.
ranged though, because he threw
Yeah.
that at me. Is he more than 5 feet away?
Yes.
Dope. So there's just me and this one orc right now. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna attack. Actually, I'm gonna cast Hexblade's Curse on the one that's right in front of me. So there's that, and then I'm gonna attack him with my rapier first. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. So since we're alone, I have Rockish Audacity, which is dope. So use that. For 1d8. And then I think that Hexblade's Curse adds something as well. For a minute, target dies against the curse teacher. You gain 2 bonus. Oh, so it'll be +2 to this. Okay. Okay, so that's not great. 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. 13 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
And then I'd like to use my. Oh no, I already did my bonus action to do the Hexblade's Curse, so that is my turn.
Okay.
Girl, your orc's not so tough.
You did some good. Damage on him. He's still standing.
Okay.
It's now Tanook's turn.
Go on.
Can I flip it? Would that be like an attack, or would it be like a bonus action or something?
If you're taking the time to swing, I would call it your action to like fling him somewhere.
Like you just go, huh.
Right.
Fine, I'll hold on to him.
You just sacrifice your little pet that you
I was
just
gonna
got?
see if he could do something. I was gonna go do something.
What is this,
But I don't
Pokemon?
understand. I thought if I could do it as a bonus action.
I choose you!
He's just like,
I choose you!
It's like one of those sticky things that hits the wall and like falls down. You're like, he just like hits the ground and
So I don't do that.
good choice.
So I
good
have
choice.
both boars in front of me.
Yes.
How many hit points do they have?
This guy over there.
Rand's so happy he's not dealing with this shit.
Well, I'm just gonna great axe 1 for each.
One boar and the other boar.
One the boar, yeah.
One axe for you, one axe for you.
So first hit, I'm gonna say I miss. Because I rolled a 1.
Good. So what happened was, you swing with your axe. The boar sees you coming because he's basically waiting to do some stuff. Catches it with its tusk, yanks your weapon from you,
Disarmed.
and it lights the ground on fire in a spot
Oh, no,
about
his farm.
30 feet away to
I'm
the
gonna
west.
totally burn this guy's farm to the ground.
Putting away my shield
Yeah.
and pulling new weapons out. Can't do that, right? That'd be too many actions.
Was that a
Free action?
free action?
Your bonus
Can I
action?
go shing, double axe?
Oh, you have the little ones.
I have my hand axe.
We'll say they're ready on your belt or something, so you just grab them quick.
I'm really pissed at the same boar. I'm gonna go. Sha, sha.
All right.
Oh, is your second attack?
That's my second attack. 'Cause
Okay.
I have two weapon fighting. That counts, right?
Now it does.
17 plus 5, 22, and 18.
They both hit.
6 plus 3, it's 7. And 7,
12.
and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
It's not happy.
Falls dead.
Digs its feet into the
Wishful thinking? That's hilarious.
Height.
Tight.
Great. It is that boar's turn.
No.
Animals get flanking bonuses, right?
Yeah, probably.
Dope.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Spirit Channel.
Hearing those notifications.
We don't have it turned on for Sahlen. Following, no.
Oh, okay.
Sweet. That is 20 to hit.
Yeah, that's
Yours
gonna
is
hit.
18 right now, right?
Me? Oh, it's for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 18.
Luckily, you're too close for him to charge you again. What I forgot to do is that when he charges and does that tusk attack, you were supposed to do a DC throw to see if you were prone. But it's all good.
Well, it's a good thing you put it on.
It really is.
And is my fog
that
cloud
is-
doing anything to any of these battle engagements?
7 damage. Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
That should have been
like
us
that,
too then.
like that javelin that
Yeah,
got.
this should be
thrown.
harder for everyone.
Yeah. Whoops.
A wind blows.
Exactly 10.2 miles per hour.
Dang it, 0.2 miles per hour over the limit. There goes my fog cloud.
You see Nietzsche just with his fan. Oh, sorry guys.
He's like, I'm just trying to get rid of all your fire arrows. Like, oh, geez.
It's like that scene in
This
Mulan
room
with
is
the
burning
fan.
up.
He's just trying to put out the fire.
Sorry. No, it's fine, actually.
And I just
Burning.
Semantic.
I could have also, I had advantage on that dex save you made me do earlier.
Why?
Oh, no. Not that one.
It's yeah.
Against the fed, but I have a dex saves against some things I just realized. So I have danger sense.
The next one is
That's so Debbie
22
Downer.
to hit.
I just watched that episode of Walt Disney World once.
That's so good.
Mad cow disease.
And that is
That's how now
another 11 damage for you to know.
11?
11.
What? Why?
Huh?
Why?
Big old boar just hit you again?
Wait, I have
Oh, you're raging, so
I'm
take
raging.
half damage.
Okay.
So
So
5.
5. But and I should have taken half damage last time too.
Okay, so do that.
I don't know what was last time. 7.
30.
7.
No, you have to, because remember it was 18 and you took, no, it was 19 and you took 9. You did
No. This T just gave me damage.
oh.
Yeah.
So you gave me 7 damage, so that would have been 3.
Yep.
And this would have been 5.
So 8.
So 8 total.
Yep.
So 1 more. So 1 more damage. Because I had already done the 7.
Okay, cool. All right.
Dang, you have hit points like a tank.
Because I'm big. I should read through all my things. I always forget things.
Should. The boars have gone, so it's now Nitsage's turn.
All right, I'll poke my head out again.
Don't use the flaming hands bit again.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't work from up here.
No, they don't, do they?
Nope.
In fact, no more flaming anything in this little cubicle of space. Let's see. We'll do. So the 2 boars are still there.
Yep, they're flanking him.
The 2 orcs next to the door.
Yes. Well, no. One of them is fighting you directly. The other one is still at the door.
Okay. I'll go to the one who's fighting her directly,
Okay.
and she'll touch that person.
No, they're not, Jose.
He's laughing at chat.
And I'm saying, no, they're not.
Love it. 20, not natural
Nice.
to hit.
Yeah.
I gotta call this out. So Jose says, hey, in the right hands, a fan can be a powerful tool. Just ask any drag queen. And Brian says, charisma check to stun.
Stupid.
Oh, yeah, woke up. I thought you were gonna throw something at it.
6 points of necrotic damage.
Cool.
And my head's back in.
He dies. That was just enough. He just kind of.
That skeleton hand comes in and grips his
Which means
soul.
because he died, because he was the one I cast Hexblade's Curse on, I get 4 hit points back.
Oh.
Nice.
Ah, magic.
You guys, gummy bears are so good.
Right? They're delicious.
You're welcome.
Oh, they're so good.
We should get sponsored.
We should.
from
These
Albany?
things are amazing.
Yeah, they're the best.
And there's no conflict of interest because we don't have to promote anything that's D&D related. It's just
There you go.
I didn't know you're that close. Because I easily use my left hand, didn't I? A little further is that?
Yeah, 6 Oh, he already died. There you are.
So he just like gets a brain freeze, like and like drops dead.
I mean, you definitely see a skeletal hand come up and grip his inside of his soul.
That's so cool.
And I just like look toward the treehouse. Give a little nod.
You see a fake, you see
Thumbs
a
up,
hand.
come out.
Just a thumbs up.
Right back in. It's like,
Great. It is now Boo's turn.
one orc left facing her, and then 2.
No, the one facing me is dead.
Oh, that one died. Okay, great. And then the other one by the door, and then the 2
boars.
Boars. Is one boar closer to Tanok than the other, or are they both at like the same?
They're equidistant. They're just facing him from different
I'll
sides.
just take aim at the one that may be closer to me.
Okay.
In distance relation with my.
good night, spirit channels.
Good night.
Oh, good night.
Right.
Have a wonderful evening. With the longbow that's activated or filled. 23.
It hits.
Right. 3 damage plus whatever fire damage. Yeah.
Move your space, man.
I know, right? It clicked on that.
Oh, plus the fire damage.
Yeah, plus what is the
roll
fire damage? Is 6,
a
right?
d6, yeah. Yes.
Yes. Perfect. 2.
Sweet.
2 fire damage.
All right. It's like. Yeah. We need to make our own soundboard. This is gonna be great.
Yes.
That's like the dust balls. Just like.
Great. It's now, God, who's still alive? Not that guy. These guys are gone. Nope, those guys are, that guy's gone. You killed the one by her, so the one that's still left is at the door. He pulls another javelin, and this time he's trying to assess the threats because he's the last orc standing. And he sees Tanok as the biggest and the strongest and decides that's where he's setting his.
Got 2 boars on me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You're a big target.
Big target. Javelin time! He misses. Yes.
No,
Last
misses.
moment he
Like
misses.
this. I go. Just move out
It's
of
a
the
shame
way.
you're not a monk. Try and catch it.
Yeah.
It's now Aura's turn.
Okay. So there's 2 boars and an orc fighting him, or there's an orc by himself that just tried to throw a javelin at him.
The orc at the door threw the javelin, so he's still in front of the building. The 2 boars are
Okay.
right on top.
I'm gonna try and kill the orc next because he threw a javelin at me. That's rude. So he's by himself. There's no one else around, right? Dope. Okay. So same thing. Rapier attack first.
Cool.
Oh, it jumped out of my books. That's a 16 to hit.
It does.
Okay. Sneak attack damage. 4, 7. That's 11 points of piercing damage.
He's dead.
Dope. I haven't even got to use my flame dagger yet. That's been kind of nice. All right, and then I feel like 2 weapon fighting has to be the same target, right? Like that would make sense. Okay. I think that'll be the end of my turn for now.
Unless your weapon has a thrown property, then you can throw it.
Oh, like my dagger, like I can throw that as a
Easily.
bonus action.
Yeah.
Can I
Instead
see?
of making a melee attack, you can throw the weapon.
Yeah, but that's an action. So can I see the boar from where I am?
Oh, sure. Yeah, they're within
Okay,
20 feet of you.
I'll try and throw a dagger at one then.
Oh, for like you said bonus action?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, but
no,
maybe that's a
not
melee attack, right? I feel like it's got to be a melee attack for that second.
With 2-weapon fighting?
Use bonus action to make second
One time we
melee
need you.
attack.
Yeah, melee.
So I can't throw. It's not range, so that wouldn't work. So I'll just end it there. That's fine.
Okay. No.
Back to my great axe and the stupid boar.
You gonna
Great
go pick
axe
it
is on
up?
the ground about
30 feet away, yeah.
You're
yeah.
using 2 small hand axes.
Double hand axe. And I'm really angry at this boar because it got rid of my big weapon. So I'm just gonna smash with my axes.
We're having barbecue tonight. Let's do it.
Twas 13.
You sure?
13, yeah.
Yeah, it'll hit.
Yeah. And 15.
Both hit. I need
That's-
scarier guys next time.
That's no, you don't.
Nope, you're doing fine.
4 plus 8 is 12. 4, 8, 12, 13, 14. Wait, question. Because I'm in rage, I get a +2 melee attack. Melee attack
Yeah, you should be adding +2 the whole time.
for each one.
Yeah.
So then it's 16.
Oh yeah, you gotta do rage damage.
Yep.
Giant boar hits the ground.
Dope. So there's just one boar left.
One giant boar remains. And now it's in a fury. It just killed its mate.
Oh, it's
I kill
probably
the-
the female
Yeah,
too.
I kill the boy boar or the girl boar.
It killed the girl boar.
Oh, boy's mad.
It would have been more sad to
The
kill
girl's
the
mad too,
boy.
but she's dead.
She's dead.
Wait! I have an extra attack.
She's dinner. That's what she is.
Boar, it's what's for dinner.
We,
So
We
I
gonna
turn
make
around and
bacon.
make eye contact with,
making bacon.
and then I look at the boar on the ground and I giggle to myself. And I go, 23 plus 9. 23 and 9.
The 9 does not hit.
Okay, so one of them hits.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7.
Oh, you used your action surge? Action surge? You used your action surge?
For my extra. What do you?
Oh,
I feel like you'd get,
extra attack's only one more hit.
yeah, because you'd get, with 2-weapon fighting, you get attack, and then you'd use your bonus action for your second attack, right?
That's
Oh,
fine.
so
I mean, your
attack-
second one didn't hit
doesn't
anyway.
Yeah, so I only get one of them. I don't get that doesn't the 2-weapon attack doesn't count
It
as the
only
one.
does for your first attack.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Sorry, I'm a nerd.
I'm glad somebody knows the technical stuff because I don't like stories.
Do you care? Like if we?
No, I love it.
I'm
'cause
just
I
trying to-
want to learn.
I'm
and-
trying to keep
okay.
us honest, that's
Okay.
all.
Yeah, no, I appreciate
How
it.
dare you?
I know.
The
Sorry.
worst.
That's why it's a single melee weapon. Oh, okay. That's why it specifies single melee.
Yeah, because your
Yeah.
2-weapon one, you can use your bonus action as another hit. Then your extra attack, the one that you have, is only like your
single
right-handed
attack.
weapon.
Yeah, so I have 2-weapon fighting, so
Right.
that was my first 2
Yep,
hits.
pop, pop.
And then my frenzy attack, I can make a single melee weapon attack, so it would just
Yeah.
be 1.
Yeah. So you can do like 3 attacks.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right. So it's Big Boar's turn.
Big boar.
And it rolls. Well, it doesn't roll. I roll. Yay!
Oh,
That
no.
hits. There we are. Yay. 9 damage.
I didn't know that hits. You didn't ask me for my AC.
Because I rolled a 19.
So have it.
what
Because
was
you're
it?
raging.
Huh?
He said 9.
9, so
4.
Yay.
I'm still okay, so.
You wobbly though?
You know, I can see your sheet.
I'm doing alright.
You're doing all right.
I'm tough.
You're doing all right. Great. It's now Nitsa's turn again.
going to do something a little crazy. I have an idea.
And what's your idea?
Well,
More flaming hands?
yeah, sort of. So
Flaming feet?
I'm going to crawl out of the space, and as my movement, crawl down the rope, 30 feet, and I'm gonna hold. That's my turn.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't kill the orc.
The orcs are dead.
The orcs are all dead. There's a boar left.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just missed it.
Yes. Yep, they're all dead.
What? I thought I saw.
You are fanning away my cloud of fog.
No, well,
My fog cloud is gone now.
Okay,
You were
well-
doing that and they killed everybody down there.
okay. Well, good.
Do something about the boar if you wish.
Fine. With one arm, I'll cast Chill Touch on the board. Goodness, man. Ooh, 13 to hit.
That'll hit.
Ooh, looky. 3 points of necrotic damage.
Just like blinks up at you.
Please don't.
Please don't.
Don't touch you.
I feel like this is gonna become the Jungle Cruise where you're on the rope.
Oh, he'll get the point in the end.
I'm still 30 feet up.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I'll take the longbow out and fire an arrow at that remaining boar.
Okay.
Or the... Oh, good lord. Well, I missed that, but... Was
it good?
Yeah, it's 18 plus 6. Yeah, definitely.
Did you miss
before.
the tray?
Don't worry about it, okay?
No, he definitely hit the tray.
It was 3 inches in front of you.
I'm terrible at this game. Okay.
He was rolling his money.
6 damage of piercing and...
Plus fire damage. Thank you.
4 months in a row.
You were good.
Thank you.
6 piercing damage and 5 fire.
Yay.
Oh, fire damage.
And also have Horde Breaker, which is on each of my turns. I make a weapon attack. I can make another attack with the same weapon against different creature, and that's the only one left, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Great. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I forgot. We killed them all except for the one. There it is.
But good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, right. For next time.
Just like my
Just like Hammer.
prone business. Yeah. Oh, he's dead. His aura's fading.
Oh, but everybody's dead, right?
Except
the
for
boar's
the
still
boar.
alive.
Oh, the boar's still alive?
Yeah, the arrow sinks right into the meat of his shoulder and it's not happy, but still there.
Okay, I'm gonna try and come help Tanakh with this boar
Somebody help,
situation.
Is it like pre-cooking the meat though for dinner time?
Oh,
There's
please.
a
Because of finding
distinct
out.
I
sizzle
really
and
want it
smell
to
of
smell
pork on
like
the air.
bacon
Great,
right
yeah.
now. That'd be so great.
Oh,
Okay.
we're hanging out here tonight. We're
And
not going anywhere.
then do I get flanking bonus now? Because
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. So again with the rapier, 21 to hit. Okay. I can't remember how normal sneak attack works though. Okay, I have an advantage on attack. You have an ally flanking. Okay, so I get sneak attack on this. Dope. It's dope. Okay. Okay. So, is it dope? Yeah, it's dope.
It's dope.
All right. That's 9. That's 15.
Delicious shoulder meat.
19 points of piercing damage.
Describe how it dies if you wish.
I just want to go right for the. I want to kind of like lunge at it and just right in the side of the neck.
Make some skewers while you're there.
Yeah, it looks at its mate and then head on the ground, dead.
Before he like falls, like as he looks before
How would you like to taint this moment? Yes, go on.
I step right in front of like in his eye line.
If he had fingers, he's just with his hooves.
Sure. Yeah. That's fine. Heading his towards a bar. Good for you. Good for you. Everything is dead.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I like to slide down the rope from our hiding place.
Wait,
What are you still doing? Oh my god, the ladder to the floor.
Great.
The windows and the doors and everything open from the farmhouse. Looks like you did pretty good.
It's a shame you're a vegetarian.
Oh yeah, well
kinds
tell you
of
what,
flavor.
I didn't kill it, but I cook it for you. It's fine.
That'd be very nice
I
for us.
mean-
Maybe you could dry a few pieces for us to take with us.
Some jerky.
Some
Well,
jerky.
that's gonna take some time.
Can we just come back on our way back?
Yeah, sure. I'll dry that one. I'll cook this one.
I wouldn't mind
Having a
making
rest?
camp here and maybe staying
Yeah.
the night if you have a
Please,
few
plenty of
extra
room.
room.
There's not, but he's still welcome to anyway.
But before we do that, I want to go loot the bodies.
Sure.
Them
You
old
find
bodies.
several arrows. There are they're great axes and javelins, and other than that, they just have. They don't really seem to be carrying any money. These look like they were a scouting party of some kind, or like just fast raiders. There's nothing for them to take so recently, so they don't have anything else really on their
Okay.
I
person.
go pick up my axe too.
It's still flaming.
I know. How do I turn this off?
You just-
No, but how do I turn this off?
Yeah,
no
when
fun.
you're not around. We're not going to be around for him to do it every time.
Ooh, can I take some of the orc arrows?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll hand him to you.
How many do they have?
Between them, about 35.
Okay. How many javelins are there for us to share?
That are still of
Use.
Use 3.
Three.
Yeah.
Differentiate.
May I take one of those?
You can, yeah, I'll just write 2. And I don't really want a great axe. Does anyone, do you want another great axe?
Sure, I'll take another great axe.
Okay, so you can just write that. and
Regular
he's taking the
great
arrows. So I'll just have 2 javelins in my supply. Should I just brain fart it? Nope, that's gone. It's gone. Gone forever.
There's also various like bone jewelry on them, and some other. Some of them you see have like embedded bits of metal and stuff under their skin, but nothing particularly useful to you. It's like if you think it's neat, you can take it. But
There's little teeth things.
yeah, they
there.
have some of their tusks are enameled.
I go around and snapping all of them. To
You
like,
take all of them?
I take. You want some?
Yeah,
I toss them to-
I want an orc tooth necklace.
Yes. Stick in my little pouch for later.
Great.
Great.
You do that.
Can I fashion myself an orc tooth necklace?
Only 3 of them have the enameled, so between the 2 of you, each get 3 tusks. What's that?
Yes. And I want to make a necklace and have them hanging there.
Sure. So great. You make you. Hold on. Back to my notes. You make camp at Orthil's place. He cooks up everything he can for everybody. He's still caring for Gaff.
I want to ask him if there's a safe spot I can put the mother.
He just kind of. Well, you could either put her in here with us or leave her outside.
I'll leave her outside.
Yeah, she smells.
My scarecrow fell over, so I don't know how well she'll keep back there.
Oh dear.
Didn't you see the back room? Perhaps we could lay her just somewhere.
There's room, but it's gonna smell.
Any perfume we can maybe drivel on her?
Something we can cover up. Maybe if we
kind
leave
of-
her outside, something.
Mummify her?
Aroma?
Yeah, I got something for. I see what you're saying. He goes to a shelf and he grabs a little bottle that has dust on it, and he just kind of like tromps back, and you just hear him like, and just hear like a little pop, and he lifts the body and it seems lighter than it was.
Oh.
Well, I took out all the liquid here, so she's dry, won't smell or nothing.
Okay.
He holds like a little pellet. It's all in here if you want it.
Maybe we can just set her somewhere inside. I don't want
put her
to
in the back.
leave her out. You
You
want
all
her
right?
in the back?
She's fine. in there.
Oh, yeah. What about the Danny clone?
Gaff is like,
Yeah, the Danny clone.
What happened to him?
he's now blistering. His skin's starting to peel a little bit.
Do you have any aloe vera? I think you need some.
Oh, sure. He's kind of like he taps a flower pot that just looked like it was full of dirt, and this thing kind of wakes up, and he's like,
Oh.
"Thanks, bud." Takes it and just buries itself back down. And starts like rubbing it on the guy.
That is marvelous.
Oh yeah, he's one of mine.
Did you name it?
Well, I mean, it's Aloe. I didn't think a name.
Aloe, that's a great name. That's good.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I got a question.
Sure.
This guy, this little guy,
Yeah.
useful for anything?
Oh, all kinds of things. Yeah, let's flip it.
What kind of things is he useful for?
Yeah, you'll find out. He's great. He is a great friend. Good companion. Flip it. And flip it like jumps up off your thing, and he holds out his hands like, and just tickles him and stuff. It coos and purrs a little bit. It kind of nibbles his finger. And he's good at a lot of things. I trained him good.
Oh,
You gonna
goody.
tell me what he's good at?
Listen, friend, there's so
okay,
few things
okay.
for me to enjoy in this world.
Is he good in battle?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
I've been looking at him. Like, shakes him, it's like, because he doesn't have quite the grip of an octopus. He's got like the little kitten toes.
Oh, he's got paws.
Like instead of suckers, yeah, he's got little kitten toes.
Tentapaws.
Yeah. And so he's this for little kitten toes.
So
You were
I
gonna throw that?
I thought you could like grab on and cover his eyes or do something cool.
love a good roast. Once we say your name and our equipment and stuff,
That's what I meant.
later down the road when we're not near you, how do we turn that off?
That's a good question. Oh, fine. You just tell it to stop. Well, you don't even have to say it. You just think it'll stop. Now, you can't do it all the time. You only get to do it about once a day or so.
Oh,
The
Because
weapons thing makes
Yeah.
It
sense.
draws from me, you see, so I've kind of spread myself a bit thin. But yeah, it should be useful for you.
All right.
thank you. We had a great laugh.
Me too.
Is that what it is? Yeah, you saw all that. It's a great idea.
Came out on top though. Very impressed.
Your soup's great though.
Came
Your
out of my
soup's still
pants a little
good.
bit too.
Oh, thank you. Well, there's still a bit more if you're hungry.
Thank you.
But I think there's going to be a lot of board to go through. I'm not going to touch it. Yeah, so you guys set up for the camp.
Yeah.
You're a little bit behind because you've had to double back. So the letter that needs to get to Queen Sleep Run in Copper Forge will be delayed. You got word back to. He's like, oh yeah, got a birdie back from your friend. Yeah, they're quick around these parts. Of course, they're fast. Yeah, he should be here to pick up the boy in a little bit. So you don't have to worry about taking him home, and I'll keep him safe till then.
Oh, that's very
Was it
wonderful. Thank you.
Hailstorm that
Thank
brought
you
the
so
note
much.
back? Because hopefully it was your.
Not yet.
Okay.
Hailstorm is still not present.
Okay.
But they sent
Raven
A
pigeon.
swallow.
just something that's quick. Just
Is it African swallow or an English swallow? Sorry.
Yeah, he tosses flip it back to you.
I think we should do something with the bodies in the morning. We don't want the orcs coming and seeing their dead compatriots around this
You know what?
farm.
I'm gonna take it out now, just for now, and I go outside and I start pulling the bodies out to the back so they're not visible.
Okay.
And then we can
figure it out in the
in the
morning.
morning, yeah, just get them out of the way.
We can just burn them right here.
What? He was about to protest because he was going to point to his crops. He's like, "Yeah, that's fine."
No, we won't burn them.
No, the crops were destroyed, and he just found out.
Because they trampled them.
Gotcha. Well, fire renews.
Even better, why don't we just bury them where your crops were and the land is fertilized again?
There you go.
I like the way you think, sir. Tell you what, I'll take care of that. Don't you worry about it. Y'all just rest. You've been through quite a night. This dirt listens to me anyway.
That's a weird thing to say.
Is it? Just flicks again.
Is there a place where I can go make?
Sir, what?
There's a little outhouse in the back?
Yes.
Do you have a dummy?
Hey, you're turning Rojo again.
I'm not used to combat, and I just need to no, I don't know anything about that at all. We're gonna shut that down right now.
Choices. Come with your choices.
Okie dokie.
Here we are.
Cool. So we'll wrap up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for joining us. This is week 7 of Sahlen's Legacy. Join us tomorrow night we're doing a special.
It's a super most special version of perception check you'll ever see.
Is it?
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
Because I'm not there.
Aw.
Do you know about it?
But mainly for another reason.
Oh, okay.
Super special
It's gonna be
version.
good.
Yeah, it's gonna be
You're gonna want to be there and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
for
thanks for the sub. Thank you, Winston, for the sub.
and then you'll look for somewhere to raid while we
Yeah.
And
I
then
did.
so then we'll be back again on Sunday with Cinephilia at 6:30, and then at 8:00 quarter 1 is back. If you haven't seen quarter 1, check both shows out on Sunday night, and then we're back around on Tuesday and Wednesday. All over again.
And make sure you join our Discord for all the news.
Yeah, discord.rollforhotness.com for all the news about what's going on with us. You guys can chat, you guys can throw suggestions at us, and let us know what's working for you guys and what's not working. We're not gonna do everything you say because everybody has opinions, but we're gonna take a bunch of that. We talk about all that stuff all the time, and so we kind of add it to the pool of stuff that we want to do. So check it out. Danny, did you find somebody?
I did. We're going to raid our friend Aki Carlito, who does all of our art here at Perception.
Yay!
Our stickers and our emotes, and she's about to make another one for us. She's going to make a shark and a willow onesie. Willow and a shark onesie.
Cute.
Shark and a willow onesie.
Shark and a willow onesie. It's happening.
All right, everyone, so stick around. We're going to send the love over to Aki Carlito. She's working on a really cool piece of art right now with the dude who looks like he's got kind of like Hellboy gloves on. Line work is freaking solid.
I can't wait to see.
D. Cool.
D&D.
D.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good week.